no be only hot water dey kill tortoise. E get so many things wey dey kill tortoise. Hear am now, because I know say una be wise people. To be forewarned, not to be forearmed. We love una. Ka Chineke mezie okwu.
And we know that this message is getting home to everybody. Make sure that you abide by it. There's no criticism about it. If you do go contrary to what you are told to do, there's consequences for everything. What we are trying to say is that the Monday sit at home have been abolished for now, temporarily abolished. If there's anything that's going to happen, you will know. Just don't carry it in mind that every Monday you're going to sit at home, because a lot of people have taken advantage of it, and they're doing things that has nothing to do with IPOB and then pushing it over to IPOB. And that we don't want. That's exactly what we're trying to avoid. Situation where an anarchy kind of thing coming into what we are doing. We know what we are doing. We are directed. We work according to the law. We follow instruction. It's command and control. That is what the leadership of IPOB is all about. There are no two ways about it. You either abide by it, or whatever happens, bear the consequences. Don't go out there and harass people on Mondays anymore, because IPOB has cancelled Monday sit at home. It's officially cancelled. You have heard the story. You have heard this. I'm going to be playing this this audio over and over until okay. Let us read up something here from our Directorate of State. It says silence of South governors over Nnamdi Kanu's fate is suspicious. That's IPOB. That's the title of what I'm going to read. It says here, we the global family of the indigenous people of Biafra, ably led by our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, find loathsome and distasteful the complacent attack of Southeast and South governors, religious leaders over the fate of our leader, following the abduction and extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. It's baffling that since June 19, Kanu was abducted in Kenya and brought back to Nigeria in clear violation of international laws. And the Southeast and South governors and religious leaders are yet to openly condemn the act or take any action to register their displeasure with the impunity of the federal government of Nigeria. This criminal silence strongly confirms our earlier understanding and fears that these hypocritical leaders and traitors may be part of our leaders' ordeals. While leaders from other zones are courageously speaking up for their own, governors and religious leaders from Southeast and South have kept mute for reasons better known to them. Sheikh Abubakar Gumi and Fulani governors in the north have never hidden their support for bandits, killers, headsmen, who they have consistently advocated amnesty for. The religious leaders from Biafra land are so afraid to talk of the release of Nnamdi Kanu, who committed no crime, but to ask for the freedom of his people, including these leaders and their families. We are watching and keeping records. When the chiefs are down, we will know who is who. Nonetheless, we appreciate the efforts of the few among them genuinely committed to the freedom of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, both secret and open, more especially We commend the proactive movement, Southeast National Assembly, CACOS, for Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra will never forget the sacrifices of all those genuinely committed to her restoration and well-being of her citizens. We are resolute in our commitment towards Biafran restoration, and no amount of sabotage or sponsored propaganda can dissuade us. Our leader will certainly triumph by the grace of Almighty Chukwukike Abiyama in heaven. Biafra is more imminent than previously envisaged. Comrade Emma Powerful, the publicity secretary for IPOB. This is very clear. These people are saboteurs. They are so afraid to talk. Some of them have even lost their voices. Some of them cannot speak English anymore. When it comes to issue of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they lose their ability to have to hang on to their PhDs. The likes of the channel man called Dr. Abata or Abate or whatever you call him. I can't really pronounce his name very well. I don't want to insult him by not pronouncing his name properly. So I apologize if I'm not able to call your name properly. What we are saying is that when you are somebody who is in repute, in a position where people look up to you, please be factual, be very, 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 very professional in what you are doing. Don't start using English languages as if we are all idiots. We don't know anything. When it comes to KK, it becomes, you call it attack. When it comes to Muhammadu, it becomes an alleged. You know, you don't do things like this. We are not stupid. You people have to understand that Nigerians are educated right now, as we speak. Every little boy out there in the street, they know the truth. The moment you start being biased, you start singing it in your voice, you tend to lose your even dignity when you do things like that. When you look at somebody who is extraordinarily rendated, he is captured, he is strong, you know, how would I put it? He is captured from somewhere. He is smuggled into the zoo. No, you call it arrest. Because you are an idiot. That's why. It's as simple as that. You're a very bloody fool. PhD. You want to behave like me that have nothing. I ain't learn the same now. Because when you start walking, when you walk like a prostitute, people will call you a prostitute. Definitely. Because that's what you are putting yourself at. Stop being very stupid and stop being very, very sarcastic. Stop being an idiot that I think you are. And say it the way it is. It does not matter whose axe is grand. Say it. Just say it. You better don't even say it at all than that you want to lie about it. Every day Nnamdi Kanu is arrested. He is not arrested. He is not. We know that he is not arrested and you know it. So why don't you just speak the simple truth? He was kidnapped. That's the simple truth about it. Just say it the way it is, and nobody is going to hug you for speaking the truth. Yesterday I picked up something here that I think I will need to listen to about, that was on Simon Ekpa's program. I picked it up and let's see if I can still find it. Because the man was saying something, it has to do with the meeting that they had. Okay, I think I lost it. I can find it. I'm so sorry. It was something that I actually wanted us to all listen to this morning. But it does not matter. This is Radio Biafra. We still have to still look for something to replace that. But I really, really wanted us to listen to that program because whatever the man was saying has to do with what we are doing right now. But this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We are still here. I'm going to be here till... And I'm very happy that this morning, actually, I hope, because when I say things like this, I will put a but on it because I don't really know what is happening out there. But the way things look, my dashboard looks very perfectly okay. My headphone is not repeating like yesterday when too many voices were coming in. I don't know where they were actually coming from. So what I did was that I kind of unplugged all the wires and started all over like if it's a fresh thing. So maybe it has been corrected. However, if those of you out there who are listening to us, and if you think things are not working out the way they're supposed to be, please let me know so I can make further corrections. And meanwhile, the message continues. IPOB has cancelled the Monday sit-at-home, officially cancelled. When I say cancelled, temporarily suspended, let me put it that way. Is that for now, there are no sit-at-home on Mondays. That is where we are going. That is what we're talking about. If there will be a sit-at-home, you will be informed. Way ahead, you'll be informed so you can get yourself ready. But for now, it's been officially suspended, and it has to stay like that for a while before we can go back to it.
Ono n'ugwu gee ntị, ono na ndịda gee ntị, ono n'ụra teta ihe aka n'anya, n'ihi na agha mara ọkwa anaghị eri nwa ngwọrọ. Anyị onwe anyị bụ the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, n'aha mkpirimkpi n'okpuru onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike, agbawodike izuzu agbagharịa ya nke mbụ n'ala Afrịka, ji ohere a na-ekele imirikiti ime ndị Biafra niile ndị kwadoro anyị n'oge emere sit-at-home nke ụbọchị Mọnde, ndị hụrụ nọ na oziọma Nnamdi akpọtela ha n'ọra. Anyị na-ekele unu, anyị na-ekpupụrụ n'okpu, anyị na-asị jidenu nke unu ji, anyị ji unu eje mba. Ihe dịka unu akọla anyị, ma onye ọbụla gee ntị. Anyị ji ohere a na-eme ka ọha na eze mara na ndị Biafra niile mara, ndị nọ n'ala Biafra na ndị nọ na mba ofesi, ka ha gee ntị ghọta na ihe banyere ịnọrọ ala, onye agala ọrụ, onye apụla ezi, nke bụ sit-at-home a na-enwe ụbọchị Mọnde niile, abụrụla ihe etila kpọm ugbu a, nke bụ full stop. Anyị ji ohere a na-ekele unu ọzọkwa n'ụlọ bụ dike, bụ ndị tipụtara onwe ha ọnya ekwu onye isi anyị na ndị IPOB n'azụ. Anyị na-eme ka unu mara na sit-at-home ọbụla anyị ga-enwe dịka anyị mere ya n'abalị 14 nke ọnwa iteghete a bụ Saboteurs Day, na anyị mere ka mba niile mara na a ga-enwe ya. Nke ọbụla anyị ga-enwe, anyị ga-eme ka unu mara ya. Onye ọbụla dọrọkwa aka na ntị. Otu anyị mechiri sit-at-home a anyị tile ekpọm, onye ọbụla garanụ na-aga amali ndị mmadụ, amaja ndị mmadụ, na-eyija ndị mmadụ, anyị jide onye ahụ, anyị ga-akọrọ ya nkwa ike. Anyị ga-agwa ya na usoro gada bụ egwu mmụọ. Aka anyị esoghị ya, n'ihi na ụfọdụ ewerela ya na-eji awakpo ndị mmadụ, na-ezu ohi, na-eme ihe niile dị iche iche, abịa ewere n'anya ya n'isi ndị IPOB na ESN. Ọzọkwa, onye ọbụla dọrọ aka na ntị. Ihe anyị na-ekwu metụtara nwoke, metụta nwaanyị. Sit-at-home a na-enwe ụbọchị Mọnde niile abụrụla ihe bịara na njedebe ka ọ dị ugbu a. Mgbe ọbụla anyị ga-enwe sit-at-home, anyị ga-eme ka unu mara. Ozi a si n'aka the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, nke gị onwe gị bụ otu n'ime ha, n'okpuru onye ndu anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike 1 nke ala Biafra, na dike dị ọra mma, ọ nụrụ ka ala ibe. Unu chetakwa na agha mara ọkwa adịghị eri nwa ngwọrọ. Atụọrọ ọmara ya amara, mana atụọrọ ofeke ya efebe isi n'ọhịa. Ndewonu. Chukwu okike abịa ma gọzie unu niile maka ige ntị ihe dịka unu akọla anyị.
This is dedicated to the gallant
Una well done. No. How on a day? I know say everybody day can pray. I beg make una listen to this very important pro announcement where they come from the indigenous people of Biafra. under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, alias Ohamadike, and Abawodike is one of Biafra land. First, we thank una well, all Biafrans, waiting for diaspora and for Biafra land inclusive. For how Natanda, for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back, observe this Monday sit at home. It don't show say this in gospel. They don't write them for everybody heart now. As the Bible say, time go come when the gospel they no go write them for tablet again of our heart. And now so the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they don't write them for our heart. Everybody now don't know the truth. Now make una follow them. Say unless they release them, issue nagege bunu. Whether rain they fall, whether sun they shine, where una stand, now where una stand. And true, no na papa born una well. The blood of una papa will be from Biafra. They flow for una vein. We dey thank una well. We dey come up our car for una wherever una dey. Both to men, both to women, both to children, both to pikin. In short, who I go call yourself? Everybody we dey thank una. But I beg, make una listen. You know, say this time when we don't enter. Now injury time. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, don't talk and say no more Monday sit at home. Nobody go come himself again for house for Monday. Everybody go and work. Anytime we want to do sit at home, like the one we do for 14 September this month, we be Sabotua's Day, we go Belona and everybody go observe them. Once again, we want to thank you for the solidarity we don't show. I beg, no more Monday sit at home. Una no say some people don't turn the thing to another thing. Then they come kill some people. They come, they call them ESN and IPOB. All these ones now evil men. We no fall at all. I beg. The ear, where they hear, you know big like Nama ear or elephant ear. The sit at home, we don't pause them. As our onion Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike one, Abawodike Zuzu, Abagariaya, they thank everybody for joining hands. Chukwu Kikabiama is a making bless you now. This message, they come from the indigenous people of Biafra. Anybody where we catch, where we see, they intimidate people, they harass people, they do anything. Say na Monday sit at home, na IPOB they do. If we catch you, we go tell you say, no be only hot water, they kill tortoise. You get so many things where they kill tortoise. Hear am now, because I know say una be wise people. To be forewarned, not to be forearmed.
It's M. Josh on the beat.
Shake to break. After 54 years in Nigeria, they shake to separate. Life's don't go, people don't buy, things don't spoil. But you could solve the debt, but you could fight to the debt, but you could try to stop and slow. Nigerian government refused. Somewhere for Ghana, they will discuss restructuring. There was problem and they agreed to restructure Nigeria. On the 4th and 5th of January 1967, General Gowon Ideja, him accepted the Aburi Accord. General Ankara Ideja, Colonel Ojukwu Ideja, and they accept the Aburi Accord, and they must accept restructuring. But when they come back Nigeria, Nigeria government refused the deal. Them cause a problem. When they fight people into theory, them execute genocide on us and them call them war. Them kill my people plenty, them call them war. Them kill our mama, them kill our papa, them kill our uncle, them kill our auntie, them kill small children, them kill 5 million people, them kill the people where demand for restructuring, them other people who demand for restructuring. After In our curriculum for school, yo, them not teach us our history. Now where we go learn, now how we go learn. When them Nnamdi Kanu come save us, Nigerian government teaches them. Nigeria government arrest them. Nigeria government to shoot them. Them use media paint and black. Them making Nigerians hate the truth. Now which day where we go wake up? Now which time where we go stand? Nigerians no one here. Nigerians no one truth. Nigerians no one learn. They dance to the government tune. They kill us, they do us. They deceive us, they confuse us. They give our land to strangers, yo. Our eyes come open. They give our land to strangers, yo. Nigerians come wake up. Suddenly, 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 yo. Yeah, what happen? Nigerians, they talk, say they want restructuring. Nah, I'm gonna get up. Suddenly, suddenly, you know, and they know. Suddenly, you're waiting, no juku, say it don't happen, no. Nigerians, they talk, say they want restructuring. Nnamdi Kanu wake Nigerians, everybody come open eye. Nigerians, they cry, say they want restructuring. Plenty of my people who want the referendum, them no want restructuring, yo. Nigerians, they cry, say they want restructuring. God don't reject Nigeria. Devil don't punish Nigeria.
Oh, yes, yes. I'm Josh sending out the message. Strong one, very, very strong message. I'm telling you, these guys are extraordinarily talented. I love them. I love them because, like I said before yesterday, please, if you are out there and you think you're an artist, you're a musician, you've done something, and you think Radio Biafra is not giving you enough push, please inbox us, inbox the station, any of the platforms, send in your whatever, MP3, especially if you have a sound on MP3. That's easier to handle, and I know that most WhatsApps anyway run into MP3, so just send them in. Inbox us. The email address is very simple. For me, it's Radio Biafra USA2 at ipob.org. Write it again, write it down, make sure that you get it correctly. It's Radio Biafra USA2 at ipob.org. Or you can do the same thing on Radio Biafra USA2 at gmail.org. Just send it across and we'll listen to it. We'll talk about it. Tell us about yourself, especially. That's very, very important also. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. Tell us, just as much as you can say. I will arrange interviews because I am going to be doing that now. I already told you. I started with Josh already. I've done it one time. I'm going to do it again. I know he's waiting. Unfortunately, I've not been able to get back to him because of my sickness, but we'll talk. And I respect you guys so much. Honestly speaking, I was doing exactly what you're doing at your age, at my age. At the time, I was writing songs also, and things talk about issues that happen around you. You are the veterans. There are no two ways about it. An icon is an icon. When you do things like this, you don't know what you're doing. But believe me, sincerely, we know. Nature knows, and people are listening. People are out there who are looking up to you. One day you'll be surprised that somebody will come up and say, wow, thank you very much for what you have done. And you take it from there. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is if you're out there, you're an artist, you're a musician, please call to the radio station, call any of the stations, any of the platforms. We have many of us here. Call anyone and send your message across so that we'll be able to push it and give you a push. That was Josh sending a very, very fantastic message. Aburi Accord is something that I'm very aware of because I was a teenager at the time. I was a young person. I know about Aburi. And he's telling the story, but you guys are not, if you're not paying attention, you will not understand what he's saying. This guy is giving out history. I'm telling you honestly. A real serious history that he's telling. And he's telling the story as if he was there. I know he's very young. I am looking at his video. He mustn't have been either born then, or even if he was, It could have been a few months, a few years old to understand. So these are probably things that he got from his parents or from his friends or from relatives, and he's rendering it so majestically that it's something that I could have loved you all to really sit down and listen to what he's saying. The same thing that Ojukwu went for. They went to Aburi, they had a meeting, they all agreed, they were happy, they popped champagne because they thought the crisis was over. As soon as they came back, Gowan, the people, the British, especially those in Lagos, would tell him, listen, you don't know what you have done to yourself. This man has bamboozled you. He did not bamboozle anybody. He wanted the good thing for the country, for his country. At least at that time, he was still a Nigerian, and he wanted something that would be beneficial to his country and his countrymen. The white men, the white people in Lagos told Gowan, listen, you don't know what you have done. You have agreed to confederation. But by the way, what is wrong with confederation? America, is that not what they're practicing over here? It's the same thing that they're doing. But when it comes to us, when it comes to black people, the white man is always scared. I don't know what he's afraid of. He is always thinking about, what am I going to make out of this? What is going to happen to my ranch, or to my golf course, or to my whatever they have? They're scared of what is going to happen to it. If you take all this thing away from the southeast, this oil, how am I going to survive? That's all they think about. They don't care about you. And we foolishly fall for all this nonsense. That's why we are where we are. They went to a meeting that was very fruitful, something that could have kept them on the map. A single document, very important document, was discarded because somebody out there in Lagos didn't like the idea of we being able to manage our resources. That's all. It's resource control. That's all they're talking about. Once in a while, they bring up somebody who will make a noise about resource control when actually they are bringing a stooge. They are bringing somebody who will not be able to do anything but will just be standing there and marking down. Remember that the war didn't end today, how many years ago? The people in the River State have been talking about it for resource control. When you look at them, you laugh. Because some of these guys are people that I know personally. At least I said I was a teenager through the war, and I happened to have been in the music industry, so I know most of these people. I knew them personally and speak to them. They have good ideas, but the truth is they are foolish, they're stupid, because they are being used, and they will never realize that they are being used. That's how they use Ken Saro-Wiwa. They used him, they dumped him like a tissue paper. That we all know, most of us who were close to him at the time, who had an advantage of being quite friendly with not just him but his family. We knew where they were going, but he couldn't say it. Most of us had change of names. I was answering Peters. Peters is Rivers. Just to be able to survive in Port Harcourt, I changed my name, twisted it the other way around. It helped me, actually. I loved Port Harcourt so much. So much. It helped my career. I was then I was looking at myself like the sky is the limit. But I did enjoy it, honestly, and I think Port Harcourt for me, it's like we made this city. That's the song I used to love that time. We built this city on the rock and roll. That's Port Harcourt. That's what it used to be. Today it's looking quite different now because the places are. Houses are being built left, right, and center. People are squeezing in homes where they are not supposed to be homes. But cause trouble. That's what they keep saying. So what we are saying in a nutshell, I'm still talking to the artists, the musicians out there. If you have anything that you think we need to hear, please send it across to us. Give us information. Tell us about yourself, so we'll be able to air your music as much as we can. This is Radio Biafra USA 2.
John Lovine, my originality. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, land of the rising sun. people. We're taking it to idol worship and we lost the faith of our God. And as we were lost in idol worship, the British entered in, trading on the Niger, exploiting your people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup, so them enter there. I brought in civilization, brought in your religion, and told us about America, and we embraced them. I never knew them got ulterior motive. With religion splitted us amongst our brethren, with denomination tear us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals, we never knew we had to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, nah. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schism. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our America. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my father. The descendants of Abraham. Biafra, from Father Isaac. The descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality. My fatherland. My originality.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So all everything to Biafra who asked us to come. Not by our own might, nor power, nor will, but by the grace of the Most High.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminal masters, a mercenary soldier named Frederick Lugar brought together all them captives, including Jah people, them Yorubas and them Ariwas, and so many other people called us Nigeria, Niger area. Oh, Nigeria, people with different religion, different beliefs, yeah, different in culture and tradition, different language, different in everything, overstanding on the reason, first to coexist together. The plant of confusion, describe it as oil and the water that can never mix. Planted the cabals, them representatives here in Nigeria, looting all our treasures, colonial external marginalization of them Biafrans. Now is the time for manifestation. Now is the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. Ayoy, Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland.
Biafra, the land of the rising sun. My line is open for you to make your calls at 646-920-4541. 646-920-4541. We also have a WhatsApp line. It's 845-344-7984. WhatsApp line 845-344-7984. The principal officer's line and the ladies actually 929-406-9953. Those lines are open right now, and let's see if calls are going to come through, because they look so dead. So I'm beginning to doubt if anybody's hearing me out there. Please let me know. Just call us at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, +1 929-406-9953. Also on a private line, we can take a call at 845-283-9665. Signal also is there, 845-283-9665. All these lines are open, and give us a call whenever you are ready. All right, what I was looking for yesterday that I picked up about an interview by a guest called Dr. Allen White, discussing the issue of the new development with the ICC. So let's listen to that. While I'm listening, my lines are open. I'm still going to take calls, whatever comes in. All right, somebody's trying to call me. Let me see if this line is going to work. Let's see who this is. All right, let me take this one. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Can we hear you?
Yeah, good morning from here in Cambodia. My name is Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes, welcome to the program.
Happy to hear.
We've been not heard from you
to
for
hear
a while.
Voice.
Yes.
Yeah, even you too. I was so disturbed when you're off for a while now.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of you're not feeling okay. Well, I hope I get better right now.
I'm all right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank God for the gift of life to you, and I thank you so much for the job you are doing for the restoration of our big country, Biafra. And I send my love and greetings to my great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he may be. I pray that God will be with him. No matter whatever whatever treatment they are giving to him, it turn to be a blessing, and
Yes.
a big blessing, a big blessing. Whatever food they give him, that food will turn to be a nutritious food. Even if they give him food that can kill human being, that food will turn to be a nutritious food.
Yes.
So nothing will happen to him because he's sent by God to come and do a big job. And that job, nobody can stop him. And no stopping him, because he will do that job perfectly and take us to Biafra land, and all of them will go back home and celebrate Biafra. And I'm asking much for Kabema.
Yes,
Thank God thank God for your life, for getting well again. And I know all of us will get to Biafra soonest and will celebrate like never before. In the mighty name of Kabema, I pray.
Yes, sir.
That's all I have to say. I don't have much to say. I don't have those flowing lyrics. So I just say like this. Okay, I'm happy to hear your voice again. And that's all. Bye-bye. God bless you, sir.
God bless you. All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra, USA 2. We're back again. We're talking, and God is in control. I was sick for a while, but recovered by His grace. By His grace, we thank God very, very much for all His blessings. Because, like I said before, if you have never been sick for a while, you will not know what it means to be well until you get sick again. All right, this is Radio Biafra. His calls are still coming in at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 929-406-9953. Again, I've not heard from him for a while, and I'm happy he just called in. There are people who we all started this journey together. Once in a while, they stop calling, and when they stop, I get worried. Not that I think about it too much, but I do feel that as long as they are fine, it does not really matter. Nobody has to make these calls every day. I mean, it's not possible for somebody to do that. What we do is whenever you have time and you think you can make your call, please do. The lines are open. I have a call. Let me take this one on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Oh, my goodness.
Good morning.
Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. What's wrong with your phone?
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Are you hearing me?
Can hear you loud and clear, sir. Go ahead.
Calling from my location. I greet you, Mazi Nnamdi. I greet my leader. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for it, right? I listen for the jingle you played this morning. Very, very okay. The title of what I want to say about this jingle is this. Also, agha kara aka ndị Igbo kwuru ekwu sị na agha yiri eyi nọ na-eri ngwa ụrọ. Ihe a bụ ilu ụka. But ihe m chọrọ itinye ebe ahụ wụ na agha eyiri eyi nwere ike iri ngwa ụrọ. Ngwa ụrọ ndị ọ ga-eri ewu ndị nzuzu. N'ihi na ọwụ ngwa ụrọ dum maara ihe. O nwere ngwa ụrọ ndị dị nzuzu dịka ndị Naịjirịa. Ndị ahụ ka agha ahụ ga-eri. When you if I look at what is happening in Igbo land today, in Nigeria in general, I wonder why by this time only Igbo can have Rambo, like Andoba, nation, they will govern on Anambra State. After hearing all this news. So at the same time, ana Maria de Carillo, and the DOS made official announcement. Make Candy Gomara no more sure agreement na Biafra again. People who are announced, let's start from now and announce it so that people will hear it. Because a lot of people are tired of relations in Nigeria. Right from 1959, the first election was conducted in Nigeria. Till today, it is ready to 70 years. Nothing is working. And upon that, our leaders have set up this radio. And this radio has been enlightening people that Nigeria is going nowhere. Nigeria is going from bad to worse. So why must we continue the same thing after close to 70 years? The election in Nigeria, in Biafra land, even in Nigeria in general, if the Nigeria want to get out of this evil country they call Nigeria, there will be special arrangement that all nations in Nigeria, both to do work, both middle belt and Biafra, even the Hausa, will come up and say there is no election because the election we are conducting in Nigeria is from worse from bad to worse. There is no hope for Nigeria. So let me stop here so far. Thank you very much. All hail
Biafra. Thank you so much. We are making the announcement yet, and when it is time for it, obviously we're going to make it. All right, caller, good morning. Caller on Faithful Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name.
Yeah, Mazi.
Well,
good afternoon, Mazi. My name is Kelechi. Mazi, I'm calling from the zoo.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi, you are welcome. I thank God you are back.
Yeah, I'm back again.
Thank God for keeping your life again.
Yeah,
you are welcome. I just called to welcome you back because when you were away, Some people are saying that I Peter join say God forbid.
I know.
And I thank God.
That's a dream that will never come true anyway. So forget about it.
In fact, a lot has been in your absence. Those who don't know waiting there, but you are back, Maz. We are happy to hear from you again. Thank you. I just called to welcome you.
Thank you, sir.
I am happy to see you, hear from you again. That God has sustained you. You will live to see Biafra. Thank you, Maz.
All right, thank you very much. I did get your text, and I'm very happy you were able to call back because the story was very funny. If I'm a you have to really know where you are because I don't know. I don't even know why anything like that should cross anybody's mind that I'm gonna do what. IPOB is not a place that I just came up and joined. I joined IPOB out of inspiration. I was pushed by the Spirit to get into what I'm doing. So forget about it. The Spirit doesn't push you in today and push you out tomorrow unless you don't really know what you want. If you know what you want and you're in the right place, you don't need to be running around. It doesn't help you in any way. All right, my phone, one of my phones just all of a sudden said it's updating itself, and I hate it. I hate it when they do that because they do it at the middle of a session when you need to use the phone and the phone is being updated. I don't know who's doing that. Caller, good morning. Caller on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Are you there? Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Ike Peters.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome to the program.
Yes. Once again, I want to thank God that you're healthy and you're back. Glory be to God who made it possible.
Yes.
Mazi, I wanted to say something also. I just want to encourage our people to be more prayerful and more focused because there's a lot of distractions all over the social media, so that we don't feed into all these distractions and focus on the goal. The goal is for the restoration of Biafra. And Mazi, I don't know if you saw the voice. I saw a voice yesterday from the meeting that they had in Enugu, and I noticed that of all the 5 eastern states, it was only one, the host governor that was at that meeting, and the 3 of the other governors sent their deputies, and the other one was completely missing in action, while the rest of them, the southern governors, were there. Our people should think about this and see that there is no going back, actually. And I began to wonder yesterday, what exactly is wrong with these men? What have been done to them? Is there something that we don't know? Of course, I know there's a spiritual undertone to what is going on. So the thing is, we don't have leaders in the eastern part of Nigeria. We have Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us rally around him right now and forget about distractions.
Right.
Pray for the sustainability of this great move that God brought together through him. And forget about who said, he said, he didn't say. What we need right now is guard what we have jealously. And that's exactly what I want to tell our people. We're going to get there. but we need to pray and pray seriously for our legal team, for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for our ESNs. For the DOS and for
heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPF families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out. Holy, 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 holy. They were singing out, holy, 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 all will never do. This another Savior. Holy, 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 all will never do. This another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Yamadika, Yabika, Kopanano, hey, when I'm singing, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. When I'm singing, holy, 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 Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. Holy, 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 it's another Savior. Getting on the right and getting on the fast now. Holy, 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 it's another Savior. Holy, holy, getting on the right, it's another Savior. Yeah, for freedom. Holy, holy. Holy, holy, Nnamdi Kanu is another Savior. I want my own, no be jealousy. I want my own, no be jealousy. No be jealousy. I want to live on my own, no be selfish. No be selfish. Fighting for my rights, no be wicked. Chukwali so pangi kamuna mwane kwai. Adinye zanyi Biafra. Akwali no kwanya kamune bene pai. Adinye zanyi Biafra. Onisa chukwo pangi kamuna mwane kwai. Adinye zanyi Biafra. Chukwali so pangi kamuna mwane kwai. Cause I'm a freedom. Come on, send me 50 kill a man. Do you want make I do? Stay your place, make I stay my place. How you go see how much more I find? Yeah, waiting my eyes see. So dangerous is the cause. I say waiting my answer. My candy band free me up, free me up, free me up, make I go my no be jealousy. No be jealousy. I want my own, no be jealousy. No be jealousy. I want to live for my own, no be selfish. Fighting for my rights, no be wicked. You call me so in Africa.
Please, Mark Aisha Bakota, let us stop discussing family issues on Radio Biafra, please. Please, that's what I beg on. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ndewo. You know, this is the area where I've established myself for a long time. The moment you want to bring in something that is not relevant, I will make sure that I don't encourage it. I don't encourage it in the sense that bad publicity is publicity. As simple as that. Bad publicity. Now I say and you didn't hear it, and then I turn around and say, nah. Now I am the one that is cautioning you, not the person that said it before. When you let certain things die off, they die naturally. But when you start dwelling on them, when you start talking about them, you make them, you fuel them, you give them the fuel, the petrol, the energy to push. And that is what goes on in real life. That is the truth. If you let it go, it will go. If you don't push it, it will die. Caller, good morning. Caller on the principal officer's line. Are you there? Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, good morning. My Peters.
There we
Look, man, I'm going to recover.
Yeah, all by His grace.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, all my dear for Jago.
There we welcome to the program.
Yeah, I'm thankful for our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for all he has done. If you look at Nigeria, and I can see Nnamdi has corrected the brain of all Nigerians. They are beginning to think well. Even all these governors, child governors meeting, all of them is as a result of our leaders' sacrifice.
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
They have been able to lift us up to the level where everybody can stand firm and make wise, reasonable decisions and think very well. The way people are thinking before, it looks like something is wrong with us. Anyway, before I go further, I would like to take permission to announce our upcoming rally at UN.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. IPOB, New York and United States as a whole, we are having rally as United Nations on 22nd of, that's Wednesday, 22nd of September 2021, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are inviting all lovers of freedom to attend, to join us, to do the WAS, Middle Bears, all those who love freedom, and our neighboring state IPOBs from New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and the rest of them, including Maryland. They should join us. We want to do rally to bring our leader out of the dungeon, to showcase the humiliation and intimidation by Nigerian Zulu government. It will come to an end anywhere. They have swallowed what they cannot, they have taken more than they can chew, and eventually it's going to fall upon their head. So once again, we are inviting all of us of freedom to our rally at UN headquarters in New York on 22nd of September 2021 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. All are invited, especially lovers of freedom. Yeah, thank you, Ike Peters. I'm grateful for God for keeping you alive, saving you from the sickness you're just coming out from. I don't know what happened at this time. When little sickness come upon anybody, it lingers. I have such cold that has lingered. Even as at night, I can see I'm struggling with my voice. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe the global warming or what has come upon us, or the judgment has come. But I thank God that you are getting back and you are okay.
Thank you.
And I was just listening to somebody who was saying, people were saying, you make decision, you follow this, you follow that. I said, they don't know who Ike Peter is. You have been in front line before, 1970 to 1970. You know what you fought for, and you never go back, and you never retreat. And you are the same in front line now. So we appreciate you, and we honor you for that. And you will live to see Biafra. Thank you very much. I will possibly call again, but I will request you to help us to man this rally.
Yes. Okay.
Every morning. Thank you very much.
I'll do that. I'll definitely do that as soon as I get information from, because the way it is, I'm hearing it for the first time about this rally. But I expect the coordinators here in New York City, in New York State, to call in this radio and please make this announcement. It's very important. If you have a rally of that magnitude, we have to know about it. The world have to know about it. Biafrans have to know about it, so we'll be able to go to
I know you forget Operation Python and Steel. When they want the man Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As I
Manutenzione presso
cry every day. As I cry every day. I know say God no go leave us.
Principal Officer's line. That one is 929-406-9953. That's your line. I have a call coming in again. It looks like this is a call, a repeat call. All right, let me take this. Caller, good morning. Caller on Principal Officer's line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, sorry, Mazi Nnamdi the same person, Mazi Nnamdi, Deputy Coordinator, New York State.
Okay.
I was just listening to you and my phone went off. So anyway, it's just like I've concluded already. So please, as you promised, help us man this rally coming up on 22nd of this month, so we can do it very well and in a big way.
No problem. Well, we take care of it.
Thank you very much.
I'm saying that the coordinators can also call on themselves, the state coordinators call in and make this announcement. That'll be very nice, but we're not going to drop it from there. I'm still going to continue making the announcement as much as I can. I have an issue with one of my phones that is not behaving very well. All right, 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984 +1 929-406-9953. That's the number here. Give us a call. We are still very ready to accept your calls.
I want to live on my own, not be selfish. Fighting for my rights, not be wicked. Chukwali so pangika muna bone kwai. Enyezani Biafra. Akwali no kwanya tamune bene pare. Enyezani Biafra. Onisa chukwo pangika muna bone kwai. Enyezani Biafra. Chukwali so pangika muna bone kwai. Enyezani freedom. Come on, send it to kill a man. Do your own, make I do my own. Stay your place, make I stay my place. How you go see your man fall apart? Yeah, waiting my eyes see. I say waiting my eyes see. Free me up, free me up, free me up, make I do my own. Free me up, free me up, free me up, make I enjoy my kitchen. Free me up, free me up, free me up, make I rule my world. Free me up, free me up, free me up, make I do my want my own, no be jealous. I want to live on my own, no be selfish. Fighting for my rights, no be wicked. You call this up, I think I'm gonna want it. I don't deserve it, Biafra. I'm calling up, I just want it, baby. I don't deserve it, Biafra. Only such you walk and kick up. I'm gonna want it. I don't deserve it, Biafra. You call this up, I think I'm gonna want it. Yes, I'm a freedom. I know you forget Operation Python and still when they want them and them Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As I they cry every day. As I they cry every day. I know say God no go live with us. God no go live with us. Shout out to him, yes sir. Who the bless you, no one can pass. Whatever they do it just to put just who the bless you, no man can pass. Finally we win.
The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, na Hamplimpi, n'okpuru onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ọhamadike, agbawodike izuzu agbagharị ya nke mbụ n'ala Afrịka. Ji ohere a na-ekele imirikiti imi ndị Biafra niile ndị kwadoro anyị n'oge emere sit at home nke ụbọchị Mọnde. Ndị hụrụ nọ na oziọma Nnamdi akpọtela ha n'ọra. Anyị na-ekele unu, anyị na-ekpupụrụ n'okpu, anyị na-asị jidenu nke unu ji, anyị ji unu eje mba. Ihe dịka unu akọla anyị, ma onye ọbụla gee ntị. Anyị ji ohere a na-eme ka ọha na eze mara na ndị Biafra niile mara, ndị nọ n'ala Biafra na ndị nọ na mba ofesi, ka ha gee ntị ghọta na ihe banyere ịnọrọ ala, onye agala ọrụ, onye apụla ezi, nke bụ sit at home a na-enwe ụbọchị Mọnde niile, abụrụla ihe etila kpọm ugbu a, nke bụ full stop. Anyị ji ohere a na-ekele unu ọzọkwa na unu bụ dike, bụ ndị tipụtara onwe ha ọnya ịkwụ onye isi anyị na ndị IPOB n'azụ. Anyị na-eme ka unu mara na sit at home ọbụla anyị ga-enwe, dịka anyị mere ya n'abalị 14 nke ọnwa iteghete a bụ Saboteurs Day, na anyị mere ka mba niile mara na a ga-enwe ya. Nke ọbụla anyị ga-enwe, anyị ga-eme ka unu mara ya. Onye ọbụla dọrọkwa aka na ntị. Otu anyị mechiri sit at home a, anyị tile kpọm. Onye ọbụla garanụ na-aga amali ndị mmadụ, amaja ndị mmadụ, na-eyija ndị mmadụ, anyị jide onye ahụ, anyị ga-akọrọ ya nkwa ike. Anyị ga-agwa ya na usoro gada bụ egwu mmụọ. Aka anyị esoghị ya, n'ihi na ụfọdụ ewerela ya na-eji awakpo ndị mmadụ, na-ezu ohi, na-eme ihe niile dị iche iche, abịa ewere n'anya ya n'isi ndị IPOB na ESN. Ọzọkwa, onye ọbụla dọrọ aka na ntị. Ihe anyị na-ekwu metụtara nwoke, metụta nwaanyị. Sit at home a na-enwe ụbọchị Mọnde niile abụrụla ihe bịara na njedebe ka ọ dị ugbu a. Mgbe ọbụla anyị ga-enwe sit at home, anyị ga-eme ka unu mara. Ozi a si n'aka the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, nke gị onwe gị bụ otu n'ime ha, n'okpuru onye ndu anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ọhamadike 1 nke ala Biafra, na dike dị ọra mma, ọ nụrụ ka ala ibe. Unu chetakwa na agha mara ọkwa adịghị eri nwa ngwọrọ. I know say everybody they come quick. I beg make una listen to this very, very important proper announcement where they come from the indigenous people of Biafra under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, alias Ohamadike and Abawadike is one of Biafra land. First, we thank una well, all Biafrans, whether for diaspora and for Biafra land inclusive. For how una tanda for our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back, observe this Monday sit at home. It don't show say this in gospel. They don't write them for everybody heart now. As the Bible say, time go come when the gospel they no go write them for tablet again of our heart. And now so the gospel of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they don't write them for our heart. Everybody now don't know the truth. Now make una follow them. Say unless they release them, issue nagege bunu. Whether rain they fall, whether sun they shine, where una stand, now where una stand. And true, no na papa born una well. The blood of una papa will be from Biafra. They flow for una vein. With the thank una well. We they come up our cap for una wherever una day. Both to men, both to women, both to children, both to pikin. In short, who I go call yourself? Everybody with the thank una. But I beg make una listen. You know, say this time when we don't enter. Na injury time. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, don't talk and say no more Monday sit at home. Nobody go come himself again for house for Monday. Everybody go and work. Anytime where we want to sit at home, like the one where we do for 14 September this month, will be Sabotua's Day, we go Heluna and everybody go observe them. Once again, we want thank you for the solidarity we don't show. I beg, no more Monday sit at home. Una no say some people don't turn the thing to another thing. Then the gidigam, it comes killing some people. They call them ESN and IPOB. All these ones na evil men. We no fall at all. I beg. The ear, where they hear, you know big like Nama ear or elephant ear. The sit at home, we don't pause them. As our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Hamadike one, Abawadike Zuzu, Abagariaya, they thank everybody for joining hands. Chukwu Kikabiama is a making bless you now. This message, they come from the indigenous people of Biafra. Anybody, when we catch, when we see, they intimidate people, they harass people, they do anything. Say na Monday sit at home, na IPOB they do. If we catch you, we go tell you, say, no be only hot water, they kill tortoise. You get so many things where they kill tortoise. Here I'm now, because I know say, una be wise people. To be forewarned, not to be forearmed. We love una. Kachineke mezobu.
All right, thank you very much. This is Radio Biafra. That information is, I assume, it's a rang a bell. We know where we stand. That Mondays, no more sit at home. If there is going to be one, you'll be informed. That's the bottom line. This story is very simple and straightforward. If he had been put to chickichum or chippicum or whatever he used the word full stop in that endeavor. We are happy, honestly, I'm very, me personally, I'm happy that the music, the message has sung home. You know, it is not a question of, everybody is now anxiously waiting for sit at home. But the truth is, we don't want you to do it haphazardly so it doesn't create problem for some people. Because some will go there and complain already, we can't go to market, we can't do this, we can't do that because of IPOB and all that. No. This is not because of IPOB. IPOB has now put a stop to it every Monday. There's not going to be the normal sit at home. Is not going to be happening any Monday anymore for now. But whenever it is going to happen, you will be notified. You will know in advance whenever we're going to have any, because many more sit at homes are going to come as long as our leader is still in there. He's not out yet, and until he's out, things are not going to change. All right, with this, I'm going to have to shut down this program. I'm going to go make room for Mazi Nnamdi, who's coming in. Been nice talking to you guys today, but I can really see that one of the phones have decided to do what he has to do, pack up. That's what I would say. I'm trying to turn it off, to restart it again, but I can't. That means I have to call the company, the phone company, to look at it and tell us exactly what the problem is. However, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. My name is Mazi Nnamdi. I'm going off the air at this time, and hopefully, by His grace, we shall all be together again tomorrow at the same time. Stay tuned. Don't go where Mazi Nnamdi is here.
In Biafra.
And always good to remind you that Biafra is our religion, and Radio Biafra is what we worship. Stay tuned, don't go away. From me, from Iyke Peters here in New York, it's goodbye. See you again tomorrow same time.
I know you forget Operation Win. I want my own, no be jealous. No be jealous. I want to live on my own, no be selfish. No be selfish. Fighting for my rights, no be wicked. No be wicked. Chukwali so pangika muna mwane kwai. Nizanye Biafra. Akwali no kwanya kamune bene bane. Nizanye Biafra. Unisa chukwa pangika muna mwane kwai. Nizanye Biafra. Chukwali so pangika muna mwane kwai. Nizame freedom. Come on, send me fit to kill a man. Do your own, make I do my own. Stay in your place, make I stay my place. How you go see how much more I find? Yeah, waiting my eyes see. I say waiting my eyes see. Yeah, my candy band they pull on. Free me up, free me up, free me up, make I do my own. Free me up, free me up, free me up, make I enjoy my connection. Free me up, free me up, free me up, make I do my work. Free me up, free me up, free me up, make I do my thing. I want my own, no be jealousy, no be jealousy. I want my own, no be jealousy, no be jealousy. I want to live on my own, no be selfish. Fighting for my rights, no be wicked. Chukwali so pangika muna mwane kwai. Nizanye Biafra. Akwali no kwanya kamune bene bane. Nizanye Biafra. Unisa chukwa pangika muna mwane kwai. Nizanye Biafra. Chukwali so pangika muna mwane kwai. Nizame freedom.
actually in Nairobi hospital on a particular day, treated by a doctor that we have his names. We also have evidence that on the material day, he went to the airport to meet a friend, and that's when he was arrested.
So you're arguing he was basically kidnapped?
Definitely he was kidnapped, yes.
Kanu is a British national. Why are you not filing the case in the United Kingdom?
First of all, that's a very good question. And that's why we are also wondering why the Kenyan government, based on the evidence that we have of his British passport, based also in the inquiries that we have made, that he renounced his Nigerian citizenship, why on earth would Kenyan government deport a British subject to Nigerian territory? That's what you want them to tell us.
Does Kenya have an extradition treaty with Nigeria?
They are members of International Extradition Convention, yes, which Nigeria and Kenya are signatory.
So technically they could extradite him if there was a genuine reason?
Definitely, yes, but then extradition and rendition are two things. Extradition has to follow due process. You can't just pick up somebody and throw him in a plane. That is barbaric and is forbidden. It's outlawed by international law, even by our own constitution.
Now, Mr. Kanu is already in Nigeria and facing charges of criminal conspiracy, intimidation, and membership of an illegal organization. Will this development affect his case, if at all?
If they're trying a Nigerian national, certainly. But if they're trying a British national, not at all. That's an abuse of due process for a Nigerian court to try a British citizen who has no connection with Nigeria.
Now, are you acting on behalf of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, or is just your own volition?
I've been given instructions by his family in London and his brother in Germany, of which you have affidavits here.
Are they in touch with him? How is he?
We didn't want to go to that direction because there are other lawyers in Nigeria who could answer that question best.
So how long do you think this matter might be resolved?
It's up to the courts to put up the dates, and it's up to the respondents to respond to what we have petitioned the court for. So that is an entirely a process that is within the judiciary, and we have no control over it.
Professor George Wajakoya speaking from Karen near Nairobi.
Get it online on your mobile. This is IPOB Community Radio, Radio Biafra, the first and the last. Attention to an all-important announcement from IPOB Religious Affairs Committee. There will be 3 days fasting and prayers for IPOB/Biafras worldwide from Sunday the 12th to Tuesday the 14th of September 2021. Atonement follows from evening of 15th to evening of 16th September 2021. 10. Smite the ground more than 3 times for total victory against all our enemies. The book of Ezekiel 21, 14, and 2 Kings 13, 18 to 19. Duration of fast, 6 a.m. to 12 noon daily. At 12 noon Biafran time, smite the ground more than 3 times with your hand or with any object at your disposal and shout, "Arrows of the Lord, deliverance from saboteurs, Fulanese, Britain, and allies." All glory be to Chukwoki Kabiama for giving us victory over all our enemies forever than ever. This message was prepared by Evangelist Ozako Nwokike, Pastor Frederick Moya, Pastor Chris White, Archbishop David Benedict, Evangelist Daniel Chukwu, and signed by Mazi Oscar Okeke, head of IPOB Religious Affairs Committee. Biafrans, let us atone for our sins, and Elohim will do the rest.
You're listening to Focus on Africa on the BBC World Service. I'm Paul Bachwinger. To Kenya now, where a legal team acting for the leader of the Nigerian separatist movement, the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, have filed a constitutional petition at the High Court in Nairobi. They want the Kenyan government held accountable for extraditing Mr. Kanu to Nigeria. The Kenyan government has denied involvement. The jailed IPOB leader is facing treason charges. Professor George Wajakoya is the lead lawyer. He told me more.
We filed a petition today against the Kenyan government and various actors in this case for the unconstitutional and unlawful removal, which denied our clients, which was engineered by the respondents through abduction, denial of fair administrative action, and in violation of human rights of Nnamdi Kanu.
Do you have evidence?
Yes, we do.
How long does the Kenyan government have to respond?
We are filed in court, we are serving the other respondents, and then from there we take on. It's not an issue of the Kenyan government responding, it's a judicial matter in court.
Indeed, but there are a number of days within which the government needs to respond or can respond.
Normally the court has set standards, and since we have gone to a constitutional court, once we file and we serve, then the court will give us a date, which should be within a very short time, because under the certificate of agency.
Certificate of agency meaning?
For the matter to be heard as soon as possible.
Oh, I get you. The Kenyan government has denied extraditing Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. Have you got evidence about it?
Yes, we do. We have copies of his British passport. We have a stamp that indeed this gentleman was in Kenya. We also have evidence of his residence and apartment. We also have evidence that he was actually in Nairobi hospital on a particular day, treated by a doctor that we have his names. We also have evidence that on the material day, he went to the airport to meet a friend, and that's when he was arrested.
So you're arguing he was basically kidnapped?
Definitely he was kidnapped, yes.
Kanu is a British national. Why are you not filing the case in the United Kingdom?
First of all, that's a very good question. And that's why we are also wondering why the Kenyan government, based on the evidence that we have of his British passport, based also in the inquiries that you have made, that he renounced his Nigerian citizenship, why on earth would Kenyan government deport a British subject to Nigerian territory? That's what you want them to tell us.
Does Kenya have an extradition treaty with Nigeria?
They are members of our International Extradition Convention, yes, which Nigeria and Kenya are signatory.
So technically they could extradite him if there was a genuine reason?
Definitely, yes, but then extradition and rendition are two things. Extradition has to follow due process. You can't just pick up somebody and throw him on a plane. That is barbaric and it's forbidden. It's outlawed by international law, even by our own constitution.
Now, Mr. Kanu is already in Nigeria and facing charges of criminal conspiracy, intimidation, and membership of an illegal organization. Will this development affect his case, if at all?
If they're trying a Nigerian national, certainly. But if they're trying a British national, not at all. That's an abuse of due process for a Nigerian court to try a British citizen who has no connection with Nigeria.
Now, are you acting on behalf of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, or it's just your own volition?
I've been given instructions by his family in London and his brother in Germany, of which you have affidavits here.
Are they in touch with him? How is he?
We didn't want to go to that direction because there are other lawyers in Nigeria who could answer that question best.
So how long do you think this matter might be resolved?
It's up to the courts to put up the dates, and it's up to the respondents to respond to what we have petitioned the court for. So that is an entirely a process that is within the judiciary, and we have no control over it.
Professor George Wajakoya speaking from Karen.
Hashtag we are one family. Indivisible. Under Chukwu Okike Abiyama, we are the people of the East. Hashtag we are one family. Indivisible. Under Chukwu Okike Abiyama, we are the people of the East.
The type of Biafra I want is the Biafra of my ancestors, the land of the free, where people are allowed to pursue their daily endeavors without interference from any higher authority, where individual and collective autonomy of every component, ethnic, nationality within Biafra will be guaranteed, not just by law, but by virtue of our existence as dignified human beings. A Biafra that will be demilitarized, a Biafra that will be forward-looking, innovative, creative, run on clean, green energy, not reliant on gas or petrol. Will be forward-looking, innovative, creative, run on clean, green energy, not reliant on gas or petrol. Innovative, creative, run on clean, green energy.
Greetings, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Regardless your time zone, accept our greetings because you are listening to live broadcast from Radio Biafra USA. And we are coming to you through Radio Biafra London and IPOB Community Radio, directed by our leader, His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today is September the 18th, 2021. Let's start with our issues. The women will be on the air they'll come immediately. In an hour from now, they will be here. So don't miss their program. You know, it's a hot stuff. They address the issue and they enlighten us. Biafrans, let us face the issue squarely. The point I'm making is that every day we come here to brief you, to direct you, to inform you. By the way, the radio, in Abia is talking in Omwaya, so 102.1 FM. So those in that area can access the broadcast live. So we are going to spread this message all over so that people will understand. The no election in Anambra. No election. Our people, Biafrans, I would like you to look around, see your fate, see what is happening to you as a race. Nobody is against progress. We want progress. But you cannot have progress where the law, where the government that is supposed to implement the things that will encourage you to be progressive. Rather, their policies cause you to be backward. No improvement, nothing whatsoever. The issue is those in politics. Let me remind you of something. Here in the US and other parts of the world, especially European countries, they have COVID. In Africa, I don't know. In Nigeria, I don't know. The cloud surrounding this COVID stuff is I don't know the word to use for it. You being alive is most important thing. You believe in it, you don't believe in it. You make your decision. Did you see the massive protest in London against vaccination? And initially, all these things people said about COVID plot is coming to be true. And it is organized by G7 to eliminate the population and then to be controlled. It is coming to be a reality. I brought this up, let's say, now before you travel, they're implementing it, even in France. They're using COVID-19 to implement these policies. Before you travel, you have to have your chip checked that's embedded in your body. You have to have proof that you have the vaccine. If you don't have that, you have to have proof that you're COVID-free. And people are beginning to understand that before it came to this part, people revealed the plans. Let me ask you, what kind of vaccination have they been able to enforce through the history of the world, except that of COVID? And there's a dangerous one circulating. And they predicted the existence of this virus. Why? They released them. This is why I am talking to our people. Christian Association of Nigeria, I don't know their role. I don't understand their role. I try very much, but unfortunately, I can't come up with any substance concerning Christian Association of Nigeria. They are promoting vaccination, COVID vaccination. And it is through the government, the same Fulani government that want to kill Christians. The same government. I don't know how long we will continue. This is the protest in London yesterday. Thousands. This have been going on and they suppress it. You will see why I am tying this to our freedom. I will tell you why I am tying it to our quest for freedom and why they are tying us up to ensure that we're not free, because they know once we are free, most of their policies will not be implemented in Biafra land. This is the protest in London yesterday. That was yesterday. I did not. That happened in London yesterday. Anti-vaccine. It's a vitamin C. If this thing doesn't exist in Nigeria, even if it does, vaccination is not the cure for it. Because this is a planned issue, but at your discretion. The reason I'm bringing this up is that they are saying that in a few months, and if you go back to the issue of this COVID stuff and the vaccination, they unrolled the plans stage by stage. and is coming to be. Apart from that, listen to this.
The mark of the beast is not very far away, because now in the nation of France, they were saying that those who don't have COVID passports or COVID passes cannot go into bars, into discotheques, into restaurants, into any. They are not allowed into society unless you have the COVID pass. Now there was a huge demonstration by people in France against those rules which were put in place by their President Emmanuel Macron.
Tear gas and water cannon across Europe and growing anger over coronavirus restrictions.
In Paris, protesters and police have clashed during a march against France's so-called health pass. The pass requires proof of vaccination against COVID-19 or a negative test to enter many public venues.
And now this is the beginning of the mark of the beast. Once they get people to say that you need a COVID pass to even go into a restaurant, go into a supermarket, it starts slow. You have to understand that first of all, you need a mask to enter the supermarket. And then people say, okay, just a mask will enter. Then eventually you need to show us that you are vaccinated to enter into anything. Then you say, vaccination will go. Then afterwards they say, now you need those vaccine passports. You cannot do anything. Basically you have to be closed in your house. You cannot buy or sell unless these laws are being passed now in Europe.
In Athens, Greek police tried to break up protests against compulsory COVID-19 vaccinations. Some in the crowd threw petrol bombs. The police responded with tear gas. The rally outside the Greek parliament was the third this month against mandatory inoculations for some workers, including healthcare and nursing staff. A similar proposal sparked protests in neighbouring Italy, where people chanted, "Down with the dictatorship." From August, a vaccination certificate will be needed to eat in restaurants and visit cinemas. In the United Kingdom, thousands of people rallied in London against what they say is the erosion of civil liberties, after the government's track and trace app meant more than 600,000 people were told to isolate at home earlier this month.
Despite the threat of water cannon, these protesters at least refused to back down against the proposal for a nationwide coronavirus pass.
So now it's just a COVID pass. It is something outside of you. But now, scientists, I was reading the other day, scientists sponsored again by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, those people again, have discovered a way of tattooing those COVID passes under your skin. Okay? Apparently they say to check your vaccine history. So that you go and they tattoo, your COVID pass under your skin in a way that if somebody flashes that infrared light on it, it shows that you have that tattoo under your skin.
In order to travel, passengers will have to show that they are either immunized against or not infected with the virus. To that end, the health pass can take one of three forms: a negative PCR test, proof of vaccination, or proof of recovery after a recent COVID-19 infection. Travelers can show either a paper copy or a digital one.
And now this technology is being rolled out very, very fast. These things are happening so fast. We are in the end time, big time. It can no longer be denied. Everything that has been prophesied is unfolding before our eyes. So first, you have to put on a mask. Okay, we are passed. Then afterwards, now you have to, show us that you are vaccinated. You can't move while you have get the vaccination. And afterwards, now we need your COVID pass in your hand. What? COVID, have you received all the vaccinations of COVID? Yeah. Where's your pass? Here it is. It's not yet in your skin. But now they are moving a step ahead. Now then we need it in your skin, because we cannot trust that the one that you're carrying, that paper you're carrying there, is genuine. What if you went and forged it from somewhere? So now we go a bit higher ahead. Now we are now putting it under the skin. And then eventually they will say, this is definitely going to happen. They will say, we'll put it in your right hand or your forehead. And once you get to that point and you have been accepting everything they come up with, then you're ready for the mark of the beast. That might not yet exactly be the real one, but once you allow something inside your body, you've presented yourself as ready for the mark of the beast. Now remember, the scripture says very, very, very well, because you see there will be people who come and say otherwise. you can take the mark of the beast and repent and what. God is a forgiving God. He's going to forgive you. He's going to what, you just needed to travel. What is somebody going to do if he cannot travel? He does not have, he needs to go for treatment. And you see some believers will come up with this argument. And they will go and go and go and eventually end up taking the mark of the beast with these arguments. I was hearing a pastor saying, somebody came and told him that what am I supposed to do if they say that I have to vaccinate, and if I don't vaccinate then I'm going to lose my job. They call it vaccines, but they're actually not vaccines. This pastor told him that then lose your job. Then he said, how many more things are you going to compromise on? That's how it starts. So now you compromise over this. Then the next one you compromise. Then the next one you compromise. The next one you compromise. The devil is not stupid. He does not come and tell you, hey people, here is the mark of the beast. If you come and take it, you're going to hell. No. Nobody will take it. He comes slow. It's given in small doses. You compromise little by little by little by little. Before you know it, you have the mark of the beast. And guess what the scripture says? I'm reading from Revelation chapter 14 verse 9. Then a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if anyone worships the beast and his image and receives his mark on his forehead or on his hand, he himself shall also drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out full strength into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with the fire and the brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. What this is saying, basically, if anyone takes the mark of the beast, he's definitely going to hell. There is no repentance after that. Now, if anybody tells you anything different, God is a merciful God. He is a merciful God, but he's also a God of his word. And his word is very clear. Now, I've not said that anything that has come so far is the mark of the beast. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is that it comes in doses. First get this, then you get it. You cannot move, you cannot travel, then you do it. I have to travel, so you get it. Then after that's the next step. Then after that's the next step. Then after that's the next step. And that's how it comes. And then eventually you find yourself taking the mark of the beast. At some stage you have to say, I'm not going to compromise. This is what I'm going to do regardless. And it's going to cost you something. Don't think it costs you nothing. No, it's going to cost you something.
Is this real? This is actual broadcast. This is actual radio broadcast recording. So there are more, but I said this to bring you to this news from Nigeria. So absorb it. As we go step by step, I will tell you what it has to do with our quest for freedom.
The federal government says the introduction of Sunday vaccination in churches will soon commence to ensure the second phase involves families and communities. This was revealed during a sensitization meeting by the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency with some Nigerian Christian leaders in Abuja. Kemi Balogun reports.
Over the last couple of months, the National Healthcare Agency has organized several meetings with religious leaders to help preach the word on vaccine acceptance. This is due to the wide range of misinformation and misconception that has caused the high rate of vaccine hesitancy. In this meeting with selected Christian leaders in Abuja, the agency is pushing for more sensitization to communities through the introduction of Sunday vaccinations. This approach is part of efforts of mobilizing the communities for vaccination to ensure effective participation and collaboration in this second phase of the national vaccination process.
Our desire is that we mobilize our people to quickly take these vaccines so that government can bring it more. That is, we need to exhaust what we have. But if we are not making use of what is available, we cannot ask for more because we don't want any wastage. This is to ensure members of the Christian community who may not have had access to the vaccine for whatever reason are given the opportunity to be vaccinated at their worship places. Also, working with the states, we have made special arrangements for corporate vaccination. This is for eligible staff of government ministries, departments and agencies, private corporate organizations, including faith-based organizations, their family members, dependents, and retirees to be vaccinated at their convenience.
Christian leaders here are optimistic that this approach will go a long way to ensure that many Christians who do not have access to getting the jab can do so while still worshipping on Sundays.
These are ways of trying to bridge the gap. Government has gotten our response, what people are saying, the challenges people are having. And so if they can bring it to places of worship, wonderful. And when they bring it to the place of worship, it doesn't mean that people will now be compelled that they must be vaccinated. No, you still have a choice. And what we want to do is that if you have made the choice to be vaccinated, the vaccination will be there and available for you.
Vaccine hesitancy continues to be a challenge, with the government now wanting to make vaccination compulsory across some sectors. Kemi Balogun, TVC News, Abuja.
Now, it has been directed to Christians. And to achieve that, you go through Christian leaders. Christian Association of Nigeria. Who are these people? Did you see the parallel between what is happening in Europe and what is happening in Nigeria? You see how they run parallel. This is why they don't want you to be free. They want to make sure that you are completely in adherence to their principles. You adhere to what they are saying. You adhere to their policy, and they push it through the government. And now, how many cases of COVID do you have in Nigeria? I'm asking, I don't know. When people in Europe don't want it, they know the implications, they know the plans. Why are you, the leaders, why are you those in authority? Why can't you question what they are giving you? Why is it so free? Because you cannot improve your medical college, your medical sector, to be responsible for the well-being of your people. You are so wretched. You are so corrupt. You are so weak that begging free gift has become your order of the day. You are so corrupt that you cannot produce anything. Rather, you depend on handout. Not that the resources is not there, we have it. But you decided not to be independent. Rather, you want to be dependent on those that give you gift. And when they give you the gift, they call you a beggar. When they give you the gift, they insult you. When they give you the gift, they control your life. Here it is. You're looking for aid. You are a master. You are a billionaire. How do you see the people below you? They are wretched. They are worthless. They can't live without you. You become their master. You become their God. What you say goes, or else you withhold your gift. This is what is happening to the giant of Africa. This is why we want Biafra. Now you understand the way took me to get to here. G7, G7, G7. And we don't pay attention to what is happening. New World Order. Nobody has ever asked the question, what is that? Now you know what it is. Why will you, I'm still asking, why will you accept so much free vaccination? And it's through CAN, not through Muslims. You want to die. You don't want to live. Go ahead, continue accepting gifts because you don't have prestige. You are not comfortable. They are not telling you the news. They are not giving you the news of what's happening in Europe, in France. When something is in your skin, it controls your life electronically. You become a controlled object. If we have Biafra, I really don't have the need to say I'm going anywhere. What is the base on it? Oh, you cannot enter plane. Or you cannot go to the airport. You cannot go and farm in your backyard. Go to the market, get your foodstuff, eat well. This COVID stuff, let's look at it in order. Why is it that vitamins, zinc, and all what cures it? Why the vaccine? Why so much interest on ensuring that you get this jab? Why? You say we are overpopulated. You say the world population is too much. Then let who that will die, die. The government can equally say population control. Nobody should have more than 2 children. Period. It is short and simple. Once you get your child or 2 children, sterilize you. That is population control. Melinda Gates, Bill Gates, that name rings a bell. They are billionaires. They were giving you aid. Now you are paying for it. And when we say dismember the zoo, this is why. Many people there are like human beings, but they can't reason. They cannot reason. The reason for me playing those things are that they are international news. The news is everywhere. But I don't know if those in the zoo have received that news. Britain was suppressing the release of the protest, media ban, but I think it's getting out of hand. They can no longer ban it. They can no longer suppress the media. So the people are revolting. If that is the case, why is Nigeria focusing on Christians getting it? And they are going through your bishops and your archbishops and your cardinals. You will die. This is why we are saying, be careful. Be very careful. am careful. But it doesn't solve anything. Here it exists. I don't know about the zoo. I don't know about Africa. The comparison I'm making is for you. If something does not exist, don't invite it. Don't apply it. Understand what I'm saying. If there's COVID everywhere, say, okay, go ahead. But if local herbs like here in the US, many people take the portion and they get well until they brought the new variant. How did that come to existence? And this one will eat you up from inside out. Before you know it, if care is not taken, you'll be dead in a question of days. If Biafra is here, at least we know we have the brains. We know we have the people that can tackle it to know what that thing is. We know we can prevent it. But you continue to tie yourself with the politicians that have been paid by Britain, that have been controlled by Britain. Who is controlling Abuja? You don't know. And all of a sudden, for 2 months they have been working on this. Now you know that something is up. It's not just coming from me. Let me give you another text so that all those that are skeptical will understand that it's terrible. This is Yahaya Bello.
Vaccines have been produced in less than 1 year of COVID-19. No vaccine for HIV, malaria, for cancer, for headache, and for several other diseases that are killing us. We don't have vaccine. They want to use the vaccine to introduce the disease that will kill you and us. God forbid. We should draw our mind back to what happened in Kano. What happened in Kano? Pfizer vaccine or polio vaccine that crippled and killed our children. We have learned our lessons. If they say they are taking vaccine in the public, allow them to take their vaccine. But if you may wish to take the vaccine, I wish you well. Don't say, I say don't take the vaccine. But if you want to take the vaccine, open your eyes before you take the vaccine.
All things considered, be careful. This COVID vaccine, why so quick? Why so rapid? Why must it be enforced? Why? And they are telling you, even if you take it, even if you take the vaccine, you still come down with the stuff. That means they are telling you something. But you don't ask questions. In Britain, let me tell you now, in Britain, many people did not respond. to the vaccination. My eyes are full with tears, what the future holds for our children and generation to come. The world we know it has changed. My problem is with Nigeria, and my most problem is with Biafrans, who have made it a point of duty to fall from grace and join the enemy attacking Biafra. They lie. They say things that are non-existent. IPOB has become a nightmare. IPOB is IPOB, and they are standing rigid. All the attempts made to blackmail IPOB is failing. Those attempts are just coming one after the other. They lay traps. Oh, we are going to do this, we are going to do that, IPOB. Our people are sick. Here. Our people are getting old. Here. We have so many elderly people. Here. They have no way of coming home. They have resigned their fate to whatever they can get from here. You don't expect them to come home and face the unnecessary hassle. And as I speak, let me turn back the hand film. There is let me read this. Dr. Josephat Akabuike is a staff manager of a university teaching hospital, Oka. He threatened all the workers by sacking them and not paying any salary for observed 14th sit-at-home. I pity him. I pity him because he must be compound fool. If the governors can understand the strength of IPOB, if the federal government can understand the strength of IPOB, he wants to make himself known, tough. We have people like that. Not only that, anyway. You see people come and say things that are not correct. They want you to believe, they want you to assume it is correct. It is not correct. before the women show up. There are some media people from the zoo, Arise TV. They're still dreaming about the word proscription, that IPOB is proscribed. They cannot read between the lines that Biafra land is IPOB country. And you make yourself feel comfortable, always saying that IPOB is proscribed. The threat posed by the Fulanis, you don't embark on it. The dream, the hallucination of ensuring the demise of IPOB will not be realized. Our people listen to this.
Benjamin Kanu, member of the House of Representatives representing Bende Federal Constituency in Abia State, joins us now for more on this. Glad to have you join us, Benjamin.
Good to have you.
Thank you for having me. Let's start with the fact that they're saying they want to negotiate with the federal government. Have they made known who they're negotiating with? Is it the Attorney General? Is it the President? Who really are they negotiating with?
Thank you very much. As the communique said, a committee will be set up by the caucus to look into finding a political solution for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Those specifics will be made known when the committee comes alive. So I think the issue will be, when is this committee coming alive?
That's the point.
And then what will be the terms of reference for this committee? The political will of the members of the caucus is that we want to go towards a peaceful resolution of conflicts, approach than litigations. We're trying to find alternative way of resolving the issue. I'm sure the committee, once they come alive, will have a lot to offer in bringing a solution to this problem.
All right. So when you talk about a political resolution, will it put an end to secessionist agitations in the southeast? When you call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu from jail, or is it still going to answer to questions of secessionist tendencies? What kind of political resolution are we talking about, and how far?
Well, like I said, the mandate of this committee will be defined by the caucus by the time it is constituted. But for now, because Nnamdi Kanu is where he is kept, a lot of crisis is happening. That is why you have the sit-at-home. That is why you have some of those trickles of violence happening in the region. And so I'm sure by the time a well-researched terms of reference is handed over to the committee, it will incorporate what will bring a solution to the needs of the time in that particular region. The issue of asking for secession and all the rest of them, we are members of the National Assembly of Nigeria, not any other country. So we will not be supporting anything that is against us being one formidable, big African nation.
Lie. You are not one. They are killing you. They are taking your land. If you fail to open your eyes, then you will be blind forever. We understand what you're saying, but the truth is there. Let's continue.
And there's always a way to bring people to the table to discuss issues that appear to be hydra-headed. And, so that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, the speaker alluded to that much. But doesn't it sound to you strange that the leaders of the Southeast, including the governors, seem to have found it intractable restraining or reining in the proscribed. IPOB is a proscribed group. The proscribed group still keeps on issuing orders in that part of the country. And now the leaders from there are asking that their leader be released. Doesn't this sound strange to you?
To pretend that IPOB is not existing is to live in the fool's paradise. It is existing. To pretend that the members are not existing is to deceive ourselves. What we are asking for is how do we step in as officers of government? Because though we are three arms of government, we are one government. We are part of the administration of President Buhari's administration. And if it is biting the executive, it bites us. We did not go there as economic leaders of the nation. We did not go there as religious leaders of the nation. We approached the issue as the members of caucus of the National Assembly. And we are trying to bring an intervention. We cannot, as leaders from the zone, be silent when things are not going right.
Well,
it's a journey.
It's a little too late.
Let me
land on this, please. That the leaders of the Southeast, for quite a long time, actually just kept, silent, and the silence was read to mean, the consent to whatever Nnamdi Kanu's IPOB actually stands for. Are you concerned that IPOB, though proscribed, is as powerful as it is that it can order a seat at home? The governors say, please, residents, go about your businesses without fear or, let or hindrance. In spite of the governor's call, the people still stayed at home. How are you going to turn the tide on IPOB?
Well, you see, the tide we're trying to turn is not on IPOB. We are trying to bring peace to our region. We're trying to allow the people go for their daily activities. We are traders, we are farmers. And when we see it without working, it affects the economy of our people. And as leaders, we must do something about it. It's not every member of every citizen from the Southeast region is a member of IPOB. But the impact of IPOB affects everyone in the region. Affect businesses.
The president's visit to Imo, was it comforting? Is it, does it give you confidence that will give Ndimo that sense of belonging?
No, the president visit, he went to do his official duty. I've been there in the Southeast to represent the president in the same state to commission the ecological project that he did in the state. I was sent by him to represent him there. It's not about the visit of Mr. President. That is not. The Igbos are looking for the kind of federalism that will give them the opportunity to develop better than they are at the moment. They are looking for fair, what we're looking for is why is this happening? How can we go about it and resolve it? And we cannot, emphasis on, as leaders, we cannot keep quiet. Like the governors are discussing among themselves, southern governors are discussing on issues that borders the southern region or their interests. We, as the caucus members of the National Assembly, cannot be silent, and we cannot pretend that Nnamdi Kanu is not our brother. He's our brother, and we cannot pretend that IPOB is not in existence. It's existent. We cannot also agree that all people from Igbo extraction, from Southeast, are all members of IPOB. The question remains: is there a problem? Does it need to be solved? Where do we start? We have taken the first step. All other questions you're asking, the answers will come as we progress.
Okay, great.
Yes, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied in the sense that IPOB exists. Proscribed or not proscribed, your proscription is useless. The people are awake. They are aware of the dangers they are facing. It is just now that the National Assembly, from those from Biafrans, are beginning to reason Now they see the danger. Now they know their villages are being overrun by the Fulanis. Welcome. It is your morning. Let me open the phone line because the women will be here any moment from now. I have a lot to say to them, but I'm sorry, the time is short. This is why Biafra must come. We have been marginalized enough. We have been killed enough. We have been enslaved enough. Enough is enough. This is the time to be free. It is our time to go home. There is no law that says you cannot be free. Freedom is not given. You take it. It is the path we are taking. We must go home. That zoo is too big to be a country. The moment we realize it, the moment we understand the consequences and the price we are paying for remaining there, the better off will be. The women are coming on the air. You call after the women. They are coming on the air. So, you know they come on the air. So I don't accept them. We are waiting for the women to come, so you call when the women are done. This is their turn. This is the turn . Yes, that's the issue we presented today. Let us, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So we inviting vaccines. Not that we, yeah, they're here. They're here. Good
morning, sir.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you, Mazi. My sisters and I are ready.
Okay. Over to you.
Thank you, Mazi.
I'm muted as usual.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Mazi. Good morning, Mazi Alozie. Good morning, my sisters. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you, great Biafrans, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom, freedom fighters, listeners of Radio Biafra, and IPOB worldwide. My name is Dr. Tina Eberechuku. I am the same Ada Biafra from the heart of Biafra land, Olu province. We welcome you to Saturday IPOB Women's Program on this wonderful day of September 18, 2021. Our host, Mazi Nnamdi and the Radio Biafra USA broadcast from Radio Biafra to Radio Biafra London and on IPOB Community Radio app. Our leader is His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the director of both Radio Biafra and Biafra Television. We thank you, our leader, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, for giving us the courage to speak up. They will never silence us again because you have given us a way to speak to each other. We thank our host, Mazi Nnamdi, for his steadfastness. We also encourage all other radio hosts and presenters. We appreciate the work of our DOS, all other Biafrans working assiduously to free our leader and to restore Biafra. All your services are appreciated, great Biafra. I will make my sisters introduce themselves before we pray and then get started. Mr. Kanu, would you please introduce yourself?
Sure, my sister. Yes. To you all Biafrans, IPOB worldwide, friends and lovers of freedom, and listeners of the University of Radio Biafra, I say to all of you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on your time zone. Today is another day in the struggle to restore our motherland. Always my pleasure to welcome you on this day. My name is Akunle. I am from Owerri province of our great nation, Biafra. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sister. Sister Cecilia?
Good morning, my wonderful friends and lovers of freedom, the people of Biafra. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on what part of the world you are in. We've come again this morning just to put our heads together and our voices so that we can share and encourage one another. My name is Cecilia, and I'm from Umuahia. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sister Victoria?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom, freedom fighters all over the world. We know that freedom fighting is not easy. The enemy that holds you down is not willing to let you go. But you have to continue to resist, even with your lifeblood. And I know that many of us are in that line. Never be tired of this struggle. Never give up. It is not over until it is over. That is my word of encouragement with you this morning. We are here to share our thoughts, to share our minds, and to speak to you as we speak to ourselves. Don't go away. Sit close and take note, as our leader always says. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafran struggle is still on. Do not let go. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my sisters, for that wonderful introduction. I would like to remind Biafrans that we come on to just walk alongside you. We do not come here as experts of anything. We are women from Biafra who love our motherland so much that we're able to say we will sacrifice. We'll come along. We'll talk with you. We'll put our money, we'll put our mouth. We'll put our mouth where our money is, or we'll put our money where our mouth is, to make sure that the restoration of Biafra is achieved. So this morning, our theme is IPOB. Let's remain one family, acting together for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and for Biafra referendum. Let's remain one family. Keep this in mind as we discuss every topic that we will touch on this morning. or this afternoon, or this evening, wherever you are. Let's remain one united family, because that's what makes us strong. So this morning, before we get started, I would like one of my sisters to please pray. Sister Victoria, can you please pray for us this morning?
Thank you. Our Heavenly Father, I know we are not just calling your name in vain. You have been a God that hears prayers. You demonstrated it in the past. You are demonstrating it in our life today, that when we call, when we make our supplications, that you are hearing us. Behold, O God, as a sign that you're hearing us, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is still alive today. And I believe that somehow, he is telling his story by his resistance and by his holding on to the call that you have given him. He answered yes. And I know that your presence is shown on other hardcore IPOB members, Biafrans in their different caliber, who are still holding on and moving, irrespective of resistance. The wall of Jericho crumbled. Yes, the wall of Jericho crumbled, and also the wall of Fulani Janjaweed must crumble in Biafra land. In the name of Chukwuka. We are trusting you, God. We don't even have the wisdom, the knowledge that it takes. They have all the network, they have all the money, they have all the manpower. But I know that my God does not work with numbers. I know that the weapons of flesh will surely fail them when that time comes, as it's failing them now. Thank you, because you're going to continue to give their friends the heart you've given them. The Ndibo, who has been sitting at home, obeying a command, whether given by anybody or they given themselves, because they believe in Biafra, because they believe in the struggle. Therefore, God, this morning, we are your instruments. We are your weapons. We pray that those who are supposed to hear our voices hear our voices this morning. And those who is going to ignite the fire in them, strengthen them. Those who are weak will understand that it's not over. Father, you're going to use our platform this morning, just like you used my brother platform to speak to them. Bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every plan to poison to kill him, oh God, back to sender. Father, bless his lawyers and those who are working on his behalf. And let all those that are working against him and against Biafra, may they perish. In the name of Chukwuka, we pray.
Thank you very much, my sister, for that prayer. Let's delve into our topic this morning, because time waits for nobody. So our theme is, let's remain one united family and acting together. First topic this morning is, how can we continue to create unity, one family in Biafra struggle? That's the first question. How can we create unity, continue in unity with this one family in this Biafra struggle? Sister Kunu, would you like to start us off this morning?
Sure, my sister. Our unity is being created by people, not people, not unity. Unity is being created for people. We are the people who are supposed to create unity in wherever and in whatever we do. We must learn to live together. That is our teaching, the teaching of our leader. Before our leader called us one family, he knows what he was talking about. We must live together as one family, as our leader taught us. Live as brothers and sisters in this struggle. My people, if not, we must perish together as fools. That will be a disappointing moment in our life. So we don't need all these inconveniences in the struggle. My Biafra people, my question now to everybody, all of us, is this: how do we build unity in our group and foster a strength to build unity? You know, I'm saying that how can we build unity as one family so that we can together prosper to do our work, which is one motive. The motive we are together is to restore our motherland. Our IBOB family right now, more than ever, we need to be together. We need to work as a team. A team which is the ability to work together with a common goal, which is the restoration of motherland. It is important that every member of this family, IPOB, knows and understands that our mission is nothing but to restore our land. This is why our leader brought us together. It's to restore our land without a clearly defined and finished line, and plan to reach that finish line. Every one of us will be ultimately run in a different direction, which we don't want that. We want to work in one family. Working together is the way that we're going to reach to our destination. Working together makes it so easy for us to do the work our leader gathered us together for. I do know that, these days, more than ever, I do understand that God is listening and answering our prayers. Therefore, we need to continue to pray. As we pray for the release of our leader, is as we pray for togetherness, that we can work together to complete this assignment. You know, Biafra is a spirit. Going on to this journey, I understand a lot of things. How Biafra is a spirit. You see now, some people are coming out, giving themselves positions, praising themselves, dissolving other groups, and putting themselves in first position. I don't think our leader will carry this if our leader is here. So we have made a lot of mistakes, and those mistakes need to be corrected. We have to clean ourselves, brothers and sisters. Who are you as a lady, as a man, to deserve what our leader has put together? Who are you to say, as from today, I'm the leader of this and this, to the leader of that person, that particular person will come out? I don't want to call a name, I know what I'm saying. So, we better be serious on what we are doing, especially in the issue of the struggle of the restoration of Biafra. As I said, Biafra is the spirit, getting all of you out one by one. You know, we are not pursuing anybody. IPOB leadership, DOS are not pursuing anybody. And one by one, as we remain to be stable in this struggle, so we point you out. And know that whatever you do against this struggle, directly or indirectly, God will not leave you unpunished. Either today or later, you will pay for the consequences. Nigerian government, continue bribing most of you, and you're doing the dirty job we are doing. How long is it going to last? You fail. You will start and you will fail, because Biafra is the spirit. So let us stop all the confusion we are bringing in the IPOB family. If you are not here to help to restore our borderland, you better get away. Because no matter what you say, how much confusion you bring in the group, we know whom you are. After shouting, after making all the confusion, what will you do? You go away in shame. It's very, very bad that this is the condition we find ourselves, and we have to change the mentality. If we are following our leader, no matter wherever he is, we have to be together, work together to restore our nation, and nothing but that. Thank you, my sister.
Very good. Thank you very much, my sister. Sister Cecilia, what do you think about being one family? What does that mean? The unity that we're speaking about. But before you start, the spirit of being united, that's what we're talking about. The spirit of being united, joined as a whole. Go ahead. My beloved people, Biafra, all over the world, we know what the British policy had been. It had been the policy of divide and rule. And when you divide a people, it puts a wedge in that relationship. It brings discordance. It brings separation. It brings different focus. And people forget what the essential and the main focus is. Our Onyendu, rightly, a man of wisdom, he thought through this thing. He thought it definitely, and he made us understand that we are one family. We are a united family. We are glued together one with another. My wonderful people, I just want to remind us this morning, unity is the principal factor in any revolution. Unity is so important. It is essential in every revolution. Any revolution that must succeed must remain united. So this morning, we are looking at our family, the Biafra, this wonderful family that the Lord has put together. We must remain together. Like my sister has said, so many people are trying to bring division, trying to bring discord, but we must not let it happen. We must not let it happen, because we know discord had put us in a difficult position in the past, and we don't want that to happen anymore. This is no longer the time of divide and rule. That is the time of unify and succeed. That's what we are in at this time. Fellow Biafran, whether you are from Akwa Ibom, you are a Biafran. You are from Delta, you are a Biafran. Whatever area you are from, whatever area, it is not where we come from, but it is who we become. We become Biafran. Like my sister has said, so much is going on. But my beloved Biafrans, let us not allow these things divide us. You know, in every organization like this, there are people who want, for the sake of their ego, they want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to be noticed. Let us not allow this thing bring a wedge of division in our midst.
We are one united Biafra. We are one united people. And we must work for the united focus that we have right now. And that focus is the restoration of Biafra. When we put our efforts together, we bring our ideas together, when we bring our force together, then we'll be able to stand strong. United we stand. United we stand. But divided we fall. And we cannot afford to fall. We have fallen too many times in the past. Now we must stand united. Now we must stand together so that we can present a front against the enemy. Now we must stand together. My fellow Biafrans, people may come with money to make sure that they get you out of the family. But do not allow them. Do not agree with them. People will come with different ideologies to make sure they get you out of this family. Do not let them. Do not. If you stand with the family, you are protected. If you stand with the family of Biafra, you have a focus. If you stand with the family of Biafra, you have a direction. Do not let anything, whether it be money, whether it be ideology, whether it be bad friends, whether it be saboteur, whether it be people bringing confusion in one way or the other. My fellow Biafrans, we are wiser. These things will lead us astray. We must not give them the chance. Onyenjo, during the University of Radio Biafra, he taught us how the white man divided us by putting a wedge in our midst. How the white man divided us by luring us away from our family. He taught us how things happened in the past. And we now see the repercussion of all those evil things that happened to the family in the past. When you look back, you will see them. This has brought us to the subjugated position in which we are today. It has brought us to the position of division, the position of maltreatment that we are suffering today. And we cannot allow these things to continue. We are one people. We are one Biafra. We have one agenda. We have one focus. We have one fight. And that fight is for us to get our nation, Biafra. From my wonderful people of Biafra, I want to remind you about our theme for today. It is unity. Remember that united we stand, but divided we fall. Nobody wants to fall. We all want to get to that promised land, so we must remain united. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my sister. Sister Victoria, how can we continue to create unity? One thing in this Biafra struggle. Thank you.
Thank you, my sister. My sister has said a lot on this line. I will just do some little addition. Most of us know that if I alone am walking on the road, it's easy to pick me up and kill me. But if they are like a family with me, you're only not going to deal with me alone, you are dealing with the family. Another thing is this: divide and rule, as my sister has said it. How are you going to notice those who are trying to do that divide and rule? They will go and look at one of the prominent people in a family, in a group, the people that have authority, just like they have grabbed the rulers in the zoo and made them full and slaves. They will look for that family, and because one important person in that family, they will grab the person and then they start their journey. And they know that taking that person from that family affects the family. The family may stand, but at the same time, the branch is taken from them. And then they will begin a different journey. Biafrans will watch out for the thieves. The thieves, as the Bible declares it, they come in the night. And that is at a time that you are not suspected. They will come to and they behave like they are one of you. They will act like they are one of you. But they have ulterior motives. They have a plan. And once they get their foot right inside of the whole thing, then their plans will begin to manifest. There is only one group in Biafra land, and that is IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra land, established by our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We don't have another group. Any other person can act as an independent. You can be an independent, but not a group in a group. No. A group in a group is not allowed under the platform of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many other groups have fizzled out. Like my sister said, Biafra is a spirit. Like my sister said, Biafra is a spirit. You cannot divide us like that and think to get away from it over there. No. Those who are perpetrating this, you are bringing evil seed to plant it in among the good seed. You will not survive. You will not survive and testify of it. Many a time, people have tried to divide IPOB. It has never happened. Therefore, if you know yourself as an instrument, you can either act as an independent and show. Many people say, well, I don't believe in the activities of IPOB, but I believe in their ideology. Yes, you believe in the ideology. And the ideology is the ideology of freedom. The ideology is the ideology that you can prosper without being a slave under any Fulani Janjaweed or under any foreigner. That you can act as your spirit leads you without being afraid of a gunman behind you, of a Fulani cow eating your plants. You can be free. You don't like the way we go about it, but you believe in it. You are independent. Act on your own, but do not go into Biafran family, into IPOB family to create a family. That will not happen. So watch out. Those people that come in your midst and they come in behaving like they are one of you, and they succeed in taking a branch off, and they want to form another tree out of a branch. Those are the people you're going to look at. Look at them. They are the terrorists in our group. They are the instruments of darkness. But then I want to speak to the leaders. This is my humble suggestion. You know when you are not performing. You know when you are not doing the right thing. Please do not wait until the ship sinks before you do the right thing. There are many intelligent people in IPOB. There are many intelligent people in Biafra land. But I want to address the IPOB leaders, wherever you are. From the little group leaders to large group leaders, you know when you are not performing. You know those who have a better knowledge. Why don't you step aside within yourself and do what is right? Give opportunity to those who can do it right. And again, for all those who have good ideas and you are hiding, I know that many of you complain that your ideas are not being accepted. Do not step back. Keep on bringing those ideas. One day it will resonate. Our leader will be very disappointed that the group has broken out, a branch broken out of his family. This is the family he's fighting for. Now what it means is that one group will give an order, another group will give another order, and then the zoo will be happy because it ended up confusing our people. And it is not easy. The job our leader has done for the past 12 years or more, the job he has done all his life to liberate Biafrans, you will end up confusing the people because there will be order coming from different directions to the people. They will throw in the towel and walk away. They will say it has entered another level. But I'm telling you, if you are that instrument that will break the heart of our leader, we are in that detention where he is, suffering. If you are that instrument, withdraw from it and step back. Because honest Biafrans will pray on your behalf. You and your family will be destroyed because many of us have been in this struggle. Many of us have suffered in this struggle. Many have given their life in this struggle. And you are coming in because you are an instrument of darkness. You are an instrument of the good. Your personal pocket is more important to you. God will reveal all of you. And it will not be well with you and your family. Anybody doing this. Our leader has suffered. And what he will do, because I believe God that one day he will come down. The wall of Jericho holding him down. The wall of Fulani Janjaweed holding down. The wall of foreign powers holding him down will break down. Because there is a God. because he is able to lose him and set him free. I believe in my heart that he will be out. But let him not come out with a surprise, trying to unify his family again. Let him come out and find out that everybody is doing what they're supposed to do. And those of you that are leaders, once again, please sit down together. If you know that you are not doing the right thing, do what is right. Allow other people opportunity to get in. And Biafran, remain resolute. Never forget what our leaders teach you. Any instruction coming from anywhere else that is not IPOB, never accept it, no matter how sweet it is. Even if it is a wrong advice, never. If it's a good advice, never. Our leader has taught us one thing: we are IPOB, we will never leave IPOB. We will wait for him. He will come. He will come out one day. We will wait for him. He is not going to come back and there's another faction. Hold on tight to what he has taught us and never move away from it. And by so doing, we will stand together and we will surely succeed. We will win the battle. Thank you, my people.
We will not only win the battle, my sisters, we will win the war. It is on and it will never stop until we get and restore our Biafra. Charity begins at home. I want to tell you this morning, fellow Biafrans, unity begins at home. Unity begins at home. That means that you must go and act together with your united one family at home. Every one of us has a united family that you belong to. You have a unit. We are structured that we start from the family, local family, then we go to the zonal family, then we go to the state family, we go to the regional family, and then we go to IPOB worldwide. So from your small family where you belong, act together, talk together with these people, meet together. Do not miss your IPOB meeting. Pay your dues. Make your suggestions to your unit. Let you, as a unit, act together to join your zone, to join your state, and then we move all together. Do not act alone. Don't be a lone wolf out there. Do not be a lone wolf. Do not be a lone ranger. That's correct. Make sure that you're acting in your unit and moving to the state level and the zonal, the state level, and also to the national and the international levels. Our structure is solid. Our structure works. Okay, let's move on. My sisters, what are the implications of open grazing, Ruga, and Fulani cows in our land? What are the implications? Why do we say no to these things? Sister Victoria, can you please start us off?
Thank you, my sister. The thought alone of open grazing is disheartening. For us to ever see the people that call themselves the Southern leaders crumbling under the foot of Fulani Janjaweed, and after meeting as Southerners break away, led by Hope Uzodimba, that said no, he is open to open grazing. I mean, just thinking about it can cause a heartbreak. I remember Fulani knows. There's no that we have the smallest land in the country. And in the midst of the smallest land, you want to come and create Ruga and open grazing in the land. What kind of punishment is that? And some of the rulers, I don't call them not leaders, rulers, Fulani rulers in our land are there watching the little. We cannot go to the farm because these people have no other occupation but to kill. They know what they are doing. It's understatement to say you're feeding cows. It is the real thing is that the cows are their food soldiers. They use it to instigate war. They use it to get the people angry to act, and then they kill them. Have you seen any country in the world where the cows are now in front and you watch your whole farm taken down And some people, those who brought them doesn't know, the Fulani cow doesn't eat grass anymore. It feeds from people's farms. How can that happen in Biafra land? And some people are watching. Hey, women, I'm calling out to you. It is time, starting from Imo State to Abia State to Ebonyi State, Enugu, Abia women, Anambra, where are you? It is time for you now to come out because the men are keeping quiet. The men are keeping quiet. They have ulterior motive. Some of them are already full and enslaved. Some of them, you may not know. They keep defecting. From APC, from PDP, that never did us good, to the worst one, APC. Ahmadiyya People Congress. They are moving. Women, look, your children are dying. Do not allow them to step into the land. It is women who, illiterate women, who came out to fight in the Aba Women Riot. And there are so many other women in other countries, even in Yoruba land, that came out to resist evil. Now we can no longer leave it for them. We can no longer leave it for the men because they are not doing us good. Only 1 or 2 men are raising their voice. The rest open their hands to collect the little crumbs they can from the Fulani man. Collecting the crumbs. When if the whole bulk is coming from you, these men are satisfied collecting the crumbs. Women, it's time to come out. Our land will not be made ruder. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, fought for it. It's unfortunate that some people still don't understand. They are swallowing us up. Once your governors has accepted, after, you see, they made a fool of themselves by even going for that Southern meeting. They made a fool of themselves. And they have confirmed to the Fulani man that they are their slaves. Because they put their hands in the plow and they look backwards. So even the Bible said they are not worthy. These are not worthy. They can no longer speak for us. Speak for yourself, everybody. They are attacking our young men, killing them, removing the strength of the land. Women, come out. Women, come out. I am calling on all of you. Are there people that have been trained by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu who understand their rights, who understand what they're supposed to do? I am calling on you this morning. Begin to come together. If illiterate women who has no telephone, who has no way of communicating each other, were able by foot, community to community, gather themselves together to say no to the white man, to say no to the evil going on in the land. You can do it today. You have telephone. You can walk from community to community. You have email. You have a way to reach out to each other. Women, the men are not helping us. Only few men, very few, are bold enough to stand up and say, yes, we are being marginalized. We need it out of that construction called Nigeria. And that is why we are not going to wait for them. Ruga means your land is taken, in case you don't know. Ruga, what it means is that Fulani surrounds your land. You can't fight. They have all the weapons. You can't fight. It's better we fight them before they even settle. It's better we fight these rulers before they even settle with their plans. Ruga means you are gone. Our leaders said it a lot of times. They have circled most parts of Nigeria. They have circled most parts of the zoo with their cow. Coming with a cow, that is a way of telling you already surrender, because they have kind of guns that you don't have. And you are there watching. You are there thinking that they are not. It's time for us to come out. Come out. Come out. Because it's either you come out and fight for your right, or you will die and lose your right. Fighting for your right means you have a chance to win it. But then, if Ruga takes place in your land, you don't have a right. You are put under Sharia law. And under Sharia law, you are going into the Fuda. So, what do you want? What do you want? Under Sharia law, you can no longer live that your free life. You are a slave to Fulani. And I'm telling you, it's going to be more difficult to fight them from inside than to fight them from outside. It's unfortunate some rulers say that they are going to fight better from inside. Never. You are swallowed up. Rise up. This will be the call. And if you're hearing our voice this morning, if you're opportune to listen to Radio Biafra, women, the men are doing us no good. Rise up and fight for your land, fight for your children, fight for your men, because there is no hope. They are coming in. They are swallowing us up. And the leaders are watching. Only few are concerned and they are taking action. Rise up. Thank you. Thank you.
This is a good place for me to insert that there was a call out from Biafra land yesterday regarding Iyke local government in Enugu. There was a particular man that has sold some land in that local government. His name is Osita Okechukwu. The deed was even sent out to Biafrans for this announcement, where he has signed his name to give a piece of land, a whole large piece of land, to Ruga in that local government. Like my sister said, some of these men who has right to sell land, you know, as women, they tell us we don't have right to sell land, we don't own land in Igbo land. But let me tell you, when Biafra comes, I think Biafra should get wise and really think twice. I know you will fix some of these things. I'm a woman. I'm an Igbo woman. I'm Ada Biafra. I know my father, and I know I have the interest of my father and my mother in my heart. But I don't have a right to the land that belongs to me and that I'm dying and suffering for. But as a man, you do. And many of you misuse the right that has been given to you in our tradition. And you go and collect other people's land. And you put them all together. And you sign the land over to Fulani. And this particular man's name is Osita Okechukwu. And this is in Iyke local government. In Enugu, has signed this piece of paper, giving a whole large hectare of land to Fulani Janjaweed. We are calling on him today, this morning, as one particular example, because we know, like my sister said, that many of you are doing it in your local communities. We are calling us for you to reverse what you have done. Because when we speak to you nicely inside the house, sometimes some of you don't listen. Sometimes some of you don't listen. Asada Igbo, we are telling you if to reverse your steps, go backwards. Make sure that you cancel these contracts that you are making with the Fulani Janjaweed to sell our land, to give our land over to them. Because we know that they have already encircled us. But like our leader said, they will come and they will die in Biafra land. Do you not sign your signature and be a signatory to this doom that will come to them? Because the day is coming when the land will swallow up every cow and every Janjaweed who has come for conquest. And if you want to be one of them, Osita Okechukwu, if you want to be one of them, then you wait for your doom, because yours is very, very near. The doom is near to you. The land will probably swallow you before it swallows the Janjaweed that you are giving our land to. So redress your steps, my brothers. Stop selling our land because you have not given us the right to be participants of this. Stop selling our land. Let our land be for us. Our children need the places to live. Our children need places to farm. Our children need places of development for their industries as Biafra is coming. I am warning, in particular, Osita Okechukwu. Reverse your steps and cancel this particular agreement that you're making with the Janjaweed. My sister Kunu, please, what can you add to this Ruga and Fulani cows in our land?
Yes, my sister. Thank you. You know what? We have been talking about Ruga, open grazing, and cow in our land. Cow is the talk of the day. Nobody cares about human beings. Nobody cares about the rules. Nobody cares if somebody exists. The talk of the day and what they care about is cow. Open grazing. What a shame. What a country. Some people blame our leader. Claim he called Nigeria a loose. Some people blame him. This is exactly our leader knows before time what is coming, and the result is showing on our faces. You see, cow is having a huge effect on our people. This cow meat. Let's say one thing. Cow meat. This Fulani, we have to remember that they don't eat this meat. They don't eat it. They train it and grow it for us to eat because they have sex with it. After they have sex, they brought it out for us to eat. What abomination! When is our people going to understand what is going on? If I'm not mistaken, one day on the air, our leader mentioned this about the Fulani cow to boycott it in Biafra land. Our leader mentioned it one day, and people were calling him and questioning him about this issue. And I was saying, as a leader, this is supposed to be a force in Biafra land. Today, nobody cares. The sufferings of human beings. Nobody cares. The people killing. Even the cow will run over somebody in bicycle, somebody motorcycle, the person will fall and die, and nobody cares, and they will protect the cow. We have to remember that this is one of the things the Fulani said for us, to kill us, This is Fulanization and this is Islamization. Don't get me wrong, this is one of it. They don't want your own to be free so that you will die, unnecessary death. So, by now, our people should have understand the implication of this ruga of open grazing and the cow in our land. It's not a good sign for there to be an open grazing. It's not a good sign for people to be selling lands to Fulani herdsmen. The people killing us. As my sister said, they are doing this hiddenly. They are doing this because of money. Why can't you sell it to your own people that will use it for something good? No? This is the problem we are having. Today, I'm not going much on this because we have talked about this cow open grazing. We have talked about this several times. Boycotting this cow, boycotting it is more potent or is equivalent potent like sitting at home you do. Even this boycotting this cow meat will be more potent than sitting at home. If you stop patronizing the business of the Fulani, their business will cripple. They will run away from our land. How many times have we said it? Today, I am calling to the church leaders in Biafra land especially. Also in Yoruba land. First of all, let us start it in Biafra land. I am calling Archbishop of Owerri, Archbishop Chikwe, or Archbishop Anthony Binda, not Chikwe. I'm calling him Archbishop Obinna. If you don't do any other thing for the restoration of Biafra, please, can you preach to your congregation to boycott cow meat in our land? To boycott, do not accept open grazing in our land. Bishop Obinna, please, this is an assignment for you. No matter you will not get this message, I will know somebody may pass it to you. This is your assignment. Archbishop of Onitsha, whatever is your name, I don't know. I encourage you to preach the same thing to your diocese. Will be a good help to us to gain our freedom, to us to continue what we are doing. I am calling the bishop, Archbishop, Auxiliary Bishop of Port Harcourt, Nnewi, Enugu, all of you, you know yourself. Start preaching, putting it as a law, as you put other laws in the churches. Put it as a law. Biafrans from today, no cow meat. We don't want open grazing. We don't want Fulani cows in our land to kill our people. This is Fulanization. Because only us cannot do this. Most of the time, our leader normally calls, some Catholic churches are involved, most of them in what we are doing. But let me ask you a question. Where are the Anglican churches? Where are these mega other churches who just keep quiet? Wherever you are, I'm calling upon you today to help us to restore Biafra. Only to preach. Stop your congregation from eating cow meat. Because this cow meat have done a bad thing to us. If we are eating these cows, we are patronizing the business of the terrorist government of Nigeria. And as soon as we eat this cow, then we continue killing you. What's the meaning? What's the reason there? It doesn't make no sense. If they will have sex with their cow and come bring it to you, and you use your hard-earned money and buy the personal thing and eat with your family, they have sex with it too. They know what they are doing. And they don't eat it too. And it's for you. They prepare it, they grow it and put it ready for you to eat. They know what they are giving you. So I'm asking today, my dear friend people, when are we going to start to learn? There is nothing difficult in this. Only that as from today, I'm not going to buy this. As from today, let's make arrangements. We don't want this open grave in our land. I know the Igbo governors, all of them are there. Many permitting this, and some pretend not to. But they are, Well, my brothers and sisters, please use your tongue to count your teeth. This is no more joke. It's no more joke. Eating cow meat. Somebody I saw something on the video the other day. A motorcycle was coming and the cow ran over the person. The person fell. Did anybody talk about that? That's the end of that man. You see cars in the front of the school, inside the classroom, in the front of the government house. Only in Nigeria. Only in a zoo country. Did our leader made the mistake by calling Nigeria a zoo? I think no. Our leader was right. So my brothers and sisters back home, please do us a favor. We women, do us a favor. We are shouting for, how the Fulani cow is going to solve a lot of problems in our land if we boycott it. I don't see anything difficult there. Only for you to cut your long throat. You are eating sickness anyway. It's a red meat. Meat already has sex with, and you're eating it. Then are you gonna learn? Please, my people, wake up. Wake up. Wake up, Biafran people.
Thank you, Dr. Tina. Thank you very much, my sister. Sister Cecilia, do you have a minute to add your voice before we continue?
Yes, I just want to say, my sisters have said nearly everything. I just want to add one or two things. I want the people of Biafra to think about this. If you look at the expanse of land in the north and compare it with the expanse of land we have in Biafra, you will find out that these people have too much land to do the aruga. Even if they want, they could use the whole of Sambisa forest and make the aruga. Yes, with all the land they have, all uninhabited areas they have, the small land we have in Biafra, that's where their eye is. Doesn't that tell you something? That these people do not mean good for us. They have fought us by using ammunition. They have fought us by starvation. They have done everything possible. Now, area is Ruga. Ruga, that means you will give them your land. And remember that most of these people, they don't have mother, they don't have father. This, their Nama, is their own brother, because they are all Alamajiris. They don't have their family. So these their cows, they are their brother, their sister, their mother, their grandmother, they are everything to them. So they look at this thing as being very important. Since it is important to them, let them take these things, this Nama, all back to the north. That's where they belong. And wherever they belong, that's where their business should be. We are doing business in Biafra and we are managing our business well. For those of our people who are in other places, they buy a piece of land. They establish something good. You cannot be bringing cows, my dear. These are animals. Cows. You bring it to overrun human beings. My people, like my sisters have said, we must tell the people, this cannot happen. Look at them. They bring these nonsense cows to the east. What else do they produce with these cows? They can't even make milk out of it. They can't make cheese. There are no factories. What is the essence of bringing these nonsense cows to our place? Yes, our people, if there were factories at least, our young people will have places to work in. We don't have any. Take your cows back to where you come from. They don't want to. And we know that Mayeti Allah is the leader of this cow business. And all these Fulanis at the top. Please, take your cows to where they belong. They do not belong in Biafra. Like my sisters have said. Please, let us not sell our land no matter how much they promise us. Whether it be in Enugu, whether it be in Olu, whether it be in Owerri, whether it be in Akwa Ibom, wherever it is, do not sell your land. When we get to Biafra, we will need every piece of land for development. And if you sell your land now, then it will be too late for you and your family and your children's children. Remember, yes.
There was a story you told us about what they believe about the cows.
Yes, they believe.
Can you share that story?
Yes, they believe that these cows are so important to them. They believe that these cows, they know the cows. They know each cow by their name. They know the mothers of the cows. They know the grandmothers of the cows. They know the brothers and the sisters of the cows. Therefore, they feel that these cows are too important to them. Yes, I'm saying if it is important to them, let them take the cows to Sambisa forest. Let them take the cows to the north where they will rear them. We don't have space in Biafra land. We don't have space for this type of nonsense. Look at Ghana beside us. Ghana is thinking of industrializing Ghana. Ghana is thinking of building industries. Nigeria is still sitting, talking about some dirty cows. That's all they know. That's all they have in their brain. That's all they have in their DNA. But we are telling you all, we don't want your cows. We are not even eating your cows. We don't want them. We are not buying your cows. So please, take your cow back to where you came from. Our land is meant for better things and not for raising dirty cows. Biafrans, beware. Do not sell your land. That is a family heritage. Do not sell your land, no matter how much money you give you. Even if they give you millions, do not sell your land for the sake of posterity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. I have another question. Another question that I have this morning is, how can we encourage our people to boycott these things we're talking about? The most important things to us Biafrans at this point. How can we encourage our people to boycott elections in Biafra? No release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no election. No referendum, no election. Ladies, what can you say about that? Sister Cecilia, do you have any time at all, or are you ready to leave us at this point?
Yes, I'm sorry, I have to.
Okay, thank you very much. Then I will let Sister Victoria start this topic for us. Sister Victoria, no election in Biafra land period.
All right. Biafra, let me ask you a question. Has your vote ever counted? This is a very important question. At least you can tell a blind man there is no oil in the soup. But you can't tell the blind man that there is no salt. He has a tongue, he can taste it. The people that you have there in authority, how many of them did you elect? Okay, look at Hope Ozodimba. How did he get there? Did your election count? Your election did not count. But there is one thing we can do. Even if the Fulani Janjaweed, even as they are talking of election, they already bought the people they are going to come to complete their Fulanization of our land. The people who are going, as a country talking about, we will give the presidency to this, we will give your opinion does not matter. Fulani Janjaweed only know, even the Quran, they don't even know it very well. What they know is only Fulanization. And they're using Islam as a weapon to take you down. That is all they know. They don't have any mind of industrialization. They don't have any mind of making any place beautiful. They have no mind of education. They don't know nothing but just sit on you, sit on your progress. They don't know. They don't have any plan of where to go, and they will not let you that have your plan to go elsewhere. You guys did very well in listening to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now that he's under detention, illegal detention, let us make him proud. I saw a picture where he said, did they sit at home? Oh, that was the first time when Biafrans sit at home on his behalf. I don't know about what happened later, but I thank you, Biafrans, for all you do. The same way our leader has said it, and there is no going back. Remember the people who are fighting to divide IPOB. When that time comes, some group will say, go and vote. Another group will say, don't vote. At the end, it is not only one voice speaking. This is the time that what they are doing now is going to work. Because we are saying it. No election. At that time, they say, well, even if you don't vote, they will somehow get somebody there. So why don't you go even though they may not? The instruction by our able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, says no election. On that day, forget about going out at all. You see, I saw the governor or the Fulani slave of Anambra going up and down, telling people, come out, bring your, hey, come and sell. Sell what? At the cost of $1 to 530 something naira. Come and sell. Where are they? Where is the road? Everywhere covered with water. They're calling you, come. Come and sell yourself. Open the market. We are not listening to them, my people. It is either Biafra or Biafra, as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say. They got to release our leader. They got to release him. We have to come out before you talk about any election. Let that be at the back of your mind. That unless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, we cannot even go. Who are we voting for? We have all voted for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he is our leader. We are listening to him. You come out there, it's only going to be guns, killing you, fighting you, pulling you down. The leaders are all bought over. They have all sold out. They are all Fulani weapons to destroy our land. They have given our land to Fulani. So don't even think, just like our sister said, a cow runs somebody down and nothing happens. A cow runs somebody down and nothing happens. Nobody says a word. Nobody says anything. Just one Fulani in the land. How many of them has called for state of emergency over the killing of the people in their own hometown? Are they with us? Can you think? How many of them has called for the state of emergency over our people dying every day under the hand of Fulani Janjaweed? No state of emergency because you don't matter. Just like our sister said, that cow is a weapon. That cow is their family. That is all that their brain can take. And unfortunately, educated illiterates in our land are buying to it because of money. They are chasing the little crumbs from Fulani when we have the bulk. They are chasing it up and down. And they want to use you. They want to use you. On that day, like our leader said, some of them that has never given you rice since they have been there, Christmas or New Year. They have never given you that kind. They will buy rice. All of you will start running out to go and collect rice. They will do it. Come and get meat. That day they will kill cow for you. All of you will go and get your own share. And as you're eating it, they're enslaving you. As you're eating those rice, they're enslaving you. As you're going out to collect their money, they're enslaving you. Can we all stand up and say no to all those their attractions? Do you know a fish? When you go to the street to get a fish, you just give a bet, what they call a bet. They just put it in front of the fish, and the fish will see. And as the fish is running to go get the bet, the fish is trapped. That is what they are giving you a bet. And when that time comes, that is exactly what they are going to do. They will all come out, come and collect rice, come and collect money. And you guys will go, you've been hungry all year round. Oh, maybe just eat the one for today. You will eat and you will die. Look at them poisoning our people up and down, killing them. No state of emergency. Do you have leaders? You have to speak for your own self. You have to speak for your own family. Our leaders speak for us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaks for Biafrans. He has given his life. He has given his family. He has refused to become rich. He is made poor because he is defending you. If they don't release him, let it be at the back of your mind. No election. The same thing you did during the sit at home. Every place was quiet. Let the world take record that we are waiting for our leader. He is illegally kidnapped and detained in the zoo. And you going out to vote means that you don't even believe in all that he has been saying. And by so doing, you have sold your land. You have sold yourself. On that day of the election, they will drive around. They will bring some people that they already got with their bet, and they will call you to come out and vote. Do not go out. Stay in your home. No release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no election. You have to stand up. You didn't put hope of them are there. You are not even the one going to put the next person there. No release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no election. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sister Kuma, do you have something to add here?
Yes, I do. I do, my sister. You know, yeah, it's time for all of us, especially our people back home, to understand that elections in Nigeria, especially Biafra land, does not matter anymore. It does not matter. You know what my sister said? Whenever we talk about this something, election, what comes to my mind immediately is the Uzodimba and Imo State. What happened there? All of us know the game there, no? Why voting? My people, why voting? You see, now it started that Nigeria government used those in the office. They forcefully put in the office they use them, they use their administrators of our land, they use them to commit these mass killings of our own people. But these are the governors. Most of them were